What y'all on, gang? What's poppin', slime? Snacks on sports. I'm back with another one. You did. And yeah, man, we finna talk about this, talk about these NBA playoffs, man. It's jumping off. They just started today. You know, I wanted to do this, I wanted to do this playoff preview, you know what I mean? Even though um the playoffs actually started today already, you know what I'm saying? So first slate of games started today. We have 4 games today. Um, so I'm gonna give my predictions, you know what I mean? So it may, even though, my predictions are coming after a few games have been played, I still feel like it's early enough, you know what I'm saying, to where I can still give my predictions, you know what I mean? And it not be it's still early enough that to give my predictions, even though the playoffs have jumped off already. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers usually want to get their predictions before it starts. You know what I'm saying? But just kind of the way it's been going for me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really get a chance to do nothing. And I ain't really get a chance to preview the playoffs before right now. So it just happened to be that you know 4 game 1s have already been played today. You know what I'm saying? And so before we get too late in the game, I wanted to go on and give my previews and my predictions. You know what I'm saying? Before it do be too late. You did. So Snacks on Sports. I'm back with another one, man. Let's get it going. You feel me? Where I want to start at? I ain't do no type of I didn't do no type of research or homework or pre this, pre that, pre plan nothing. You know what I mean? I'm just winging it, fam. Going off the dome, straight freestyle with it. You know what I mean? Man, what's up with all my Chinese and Japanese people, man? You know what I mean? All my Asian people out there, man. You know what I mean? I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? But right on for tapping in with your boy. You know what I mean? Going on, like, subscribe, and all that. Zachary, what's going on? You did. But yeah, man. So we got the playoffs jumping off. You know what I'm saying? The playoffs and jumped off today. You know what I mean? With a bang. You dig? So, we got in the Western Conference, we got a first round matchups of the number 1 seed Oklahoma City going against the number 8 seed Memphis Grizzlies. Then we got the number 2 seed Houston Rockets going up against my beloved Golden State Warriors. We got the number 3 seed Los Angeles Fakers going up against the number 6 seed Minnesota Timberwolves. Okay. And the last series in the West is we have the number 4 seed Denver Nuggets going up against the number 5 seed Los Angeles Clippers. Okay. Got some great matchups. And then in the East, in the Eastern Conference, we got the number 1 seed Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the number 8 seed Miami Heat. Maria Sanchez, what's going on? And then we have the number 2 seeded Boston Celtics going up against the number 7 seeded Orlando Magic. Okay. And we got the number 3 seed New York Knicks going up against the number 6 seed Detroit Pistons. And then we have the number 4 seeded Indiana Pacers going up against the number 5 seed Milwaukee Bucks. So there we have it. I done laid out all the matchups. Now let me give my predictions and previews and all that. So I'll start with the games that have been played today. So I guess the only game I watched today was the Lakers and Timberwolves. The rest of the games I was either working or busy doing something else, you know what I'm saying? But I kept up with what was going on, you know what I mean? So first we had the Indiana Pacers going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. So, you know, that series right there is going to be highly contentious. You know what I mean? Damian Lillard, point guard for the Milwaukee Bucks, did not play game 1 because he is recovering from blood clots and treatment for that and stuff like that. But he should be available here pretty soon. Either game 2, if not game 2, definitely. I'm thinking he's gonna be there for game 3. But I say it's gonna be contentious because, hey man, Tyrese Halliburton and Damian Lillard was going at it, even though Damian Lillard wasn't playing. You know what I mean? He was letting Tyrese Halliburton know, like, okay, y'all got this one, and you running your mouth doing a whole bunch of talking, but we gonna see. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna be back out on the court. So it's already up in that series. You feel me? And I love it. I love it because this is what playoff basketball is all about. And then it's a little bit of history with those two going back to, I believe, Tyrese Halliburton's rookie year when I think that was the first year of the in-season tournament. And I believe this was at a time when Tyrese Halliburton, was he with the Kings? And Damian Lillard was with the Trailblazers. And I believe that Tyrese Halliburton's had got the better of, not necessarily better of Damian Lillard, but their team had did good. They beat the Trailblazers. I'm trying to remember because I want to say it was, but I wanted to say it was while Tyrese was with the while he's with the Pacers and Damian Lillard was with the Trailblazers. But then I'm thinking, if it's the in-season tournament, how can that be? Because that's two separate. Those are two teams in two separate conferences. I'm trying to think. How do they set up the in-season tournament brackets? Is it I forgot how they even set it up. I don't even know if they mix in East and West. I don't know. But anyway, there was a game where Tyrese Halliburton and Damian Lillard's teams had played each other. It was the in-season tournament, and Tyrese Halliburton showed out. And when I believe it was the in-season tournament, forgive me if it wasn't, and if it was just a regular season game, but I believe it was the in-season tournament. But anyway, after Tyrese Halliburton kind of sealed the deal for the win, and like I said, I believe this is his rookie year. He basically mocked Dame in a funny competitive way, nothing disrespectful. He did Dame's celebration, the Dame time celebration. You know what I'm saying? So all in fun. And then after the game, Damian Lillard didn't wasn't upset about it or nothing like that. It was just that he let it be known, like, okay, that's cool to do that right now, but just understand that throughout your career, you're gonna be on the other side of those moments. So as long as he's just saying, as long as you can, as long as you can, as long as if you're gonna dish, as long as you can take it, then by all means dish it out. But just just know that what I mean. The shoe will be flipped. You know what I mean. The tables will be turned at some point. You know what I mean. So I'm just saying that to say I remember that. You know what I mean. So they have a little bit of history going back and forth with each other already. So with so with them jawing back and forth at one another today, this just lets me know that you know what I'm saying, this series it's up. It's gonna be up. The whole series is up. You know what I mean? Indiana won today's game, so they took a 1-0 lead against the Milwaukee Bucks. And so because I can still give fair, honest, valid, predictions, even though one game has been played. You know what I'm saying? And some of these series that the one game has already been played, that one game may sway my it may sway my my opinion, but in some of the games it's not going to sway my opinion. Now, Calvin Farrell, what's going on? Yeah, the series up, but the Pacers still winning. Just saying, even though I don't rock with them, Giannis is out. Giannis is out. What you mean Giannis is out? What you mean Giannis is out? I ain't seen nothing. Hold on. Hold on now. Is Giannis Antetokounmpo injured? Yes, Giannis Antetokounmpo has been dealing with the left shoulder injury. He has been listed as probable for some games, but has also been ruled out for others. Oh, dang. Okay, dang. I'm about to say Giannis. I'm about to say Giannis is right there, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but so even though game one has been played, I can still give a fair prediction of what I think is going to happen in this series. And it's hard because I fuck with Giannis. He's one of the best players in the league. I know how good he is. But Indiana seems to have had their number somewhat over the past year or two. You know what I'm saying? And so after game one, it's easy to just say, hey, the Pacers. Hey, I'm picking the Pacers this series. You know what I'm saying? I'm picking the Pacers to win this series. I am kind of leaning more towards the Pacers. You know what I mean? But I'm not all the way too sure. I'm gonna make a prediction right now though. But I'm going to say I'm gonna go out on a limb. I may be going with my heart more than my head on this. You know what I'm saying? Because I like Giannis as a player. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of his, so that's my heart. You know what I mean? But my head is telling me Pacers. But I'm gonna go head on, and I know Calvin. You say nah. This what I'm gonna do. I was gonna say that I'm gonna say that the Bucks are gonna win this series in 7. Okay, they're gonna win 4 of the next 6 games. Okay. On second thought, it's something about the Bucks this year that they just don't seem to be like they not that same team that they were, 2-3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to be tough for the Bucks, though. I mean, because cool. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, Kuzma has 0 points. Like, I heard his stat line was like 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists. You know what I mean? 0 blocks, 0 steals. You know what I mean? But he had like 2 fouls. Like, brother, Kuzma. I mean, come on, man. I mean, Giannis needs some type of help. I mean, damn. You can't be out there in the starting lineup, you know what I mean, putting up a goose egg, man. You know what I mean? Giannis doing all he can do. So, yeah, I'm kind of talking myself into I think the Pacers is going to win this series just because I think they're just the overall better team. You know what I'm saying? I just believe they're the overall better team. I was trying to talk myself into the Bucks, you know what I mean, and Giannis, and saying that, you know what I mean, hey, they're going to be able to, when Dame come back, you know what I mean, they're going to, they're going to be able to, flip the series around and this and that. But the Bucks this whole year, man, they seem to be a team that's kind of like just above average. You know what I mean? And I think the Pacers are that kind of team too. They're not average. They're just above average. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, for whatever reason, I just feel like they're a better team than the Bucks overall. Just like they just a better team as far as like, 1 through 15, and just like the Bucks just seem like they've been playing this year kind of like going through the motions type shit, kind of like, you know what I'm saying, just kind of like just want to get through the season. We know we're supposed to be good, but we ain't as good this year as we're supposed to be. I mean, we're good, but we're not good. We're okay, but we're, so, and I just feel like the Pacers just seem to overall be a little bit more hungry. You know what I'm saying? Some of those players over there with Milwaukee, they got championships now, or they won a championship. So, the hunger might not all the way be there. And I feel like the Bucks made a mistake when they fired Mike Budenholzer. I think what's going on with the Bucks goes back to Mike Budenholzer. They should never fire Mike Budenholzer. That was just, he was just coming off the championship. Didn't make any sense. Then they brought in Adrian Griffin, or whatever his name is. And he actually did well record-wise the first 40, 50 games of the season, but I guess he wasn't getting along with Giannis. So they got him up out of there, and now Doc Rivers is there. Doc Rivers is a Hall of Fame head coach, great head coach, you know what I'm saying? But it's just something about that team. They just don't seem like they just clicking like that. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go it on, even though I like Giannis and I want to see Giannis continue to play, you know what I mean? Because we want to see the superstars play in the playoffs, you know what I mean? And the Pacers don't really got no superstar. I mean, Tyrese Halliburton is a cool player or whatever, but the name recognition ain't there yet. So I want to see stars. But my brain is telling me that the Pacers are going to win the series. So I'm going to say the Pacers are going to win this series in 6 or 7 games. I'm going to say 6 games. I'm going to say the Pacers are going to win it in 6. Game 1, brother Dame coming back. They already played. What's up, Loaded Truth? Dame already game 1 already been played. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Dame already missed that one. You know what I mean? I think he'll be back game 2. Oh man, happy 420 to all my peoples, man. Happy 420, Loaded Truth, 81. You know what I'm saying? Calvin said it's just going to be tough. Calvin said, my boy is smoking. Oh yeah. I'm finna I'm finna light this up. I mean, they did go to the conference championship and knock off the Knicks after being down 2-0 last year. Yeah, you're right. You're right. They did. They did. And damn, that was last year, huh? I don't know why I was thinking that was like 2 or 3 years ago, but that was just last year. You're right about that. So, yeah, I'm gonna go on and pick the Pacers, man. I would rather see the Bucks win for star player, star player purposes, but I got the Pacers winning in 6. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about that series, and then we'll see what's gonna happen with the Bucks and Giannis and Dame after the season. See what kind of shakeups that they gonna have. You know what I'm saying? Because Giannis, that ain't gonna sit well with Giannis. Now I do feel like, I hate when, and most of the time it don't be the like, and it's not Giannis saying this, but they be on this. Oh well, if the Bucks don't win, then Giannis should go here and Giannis should go there. My thing be like, bro, like, it's on the players to, like, if you don't win, like if the team don't win, it's the players' fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate when they make it like, oh, it's the front office fault and it's like, you know what I mean? Like, nah, you know what I mean? Like, if you gonna jump ship, jump ship. You know what I mean? Like I said, Giannis ain't saying that, but it's one of those things to where it's like certain star players don't seem to get no blame. It's just, oh, the team didn't do good because they need more help, and he needed more help, and this player needed more help. So it's all the role players' fault. You know what I mean? The star player don't get no blame, but he get all the credit though if they win. Nah, we ain't. So hey, if Giannis want to leave, go somewhere else because he don't feel like the organization is doing enough to put the right pieces around him, whatever, that's his right. You know what I'm saying? To do that. But he got some culpability in that. That's all I'm saying. The players have the most culpability. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion with that. You know what I mean? I hate when they give these star players these passes for all these failures, like they doing with KD right now. Kevin fucking Durant. It's like, it's like, bro, like, where is the criticism? No fuck. Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal. No fuck, but y'all didn't even make the play-in. Come on, big dog. You know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Been swept out of the first round like 2 or 3 times since leaving Golden State. Ain't been out the second round since leaving Golden State. Ain't won no championships before or after Golden State. Like, come on, man. Like, and where's the criticism? They still want he's still one of the greatest scorers, and it's about winning, bro. So I don't like when they do that, but that's probably what the talk gonna be. But enough on that series. Next, who else? So the next series was that I didn't. What? Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I want to see the Bucks too, but man, dang, you know what I'm saying? People, what about that? Okay, so let me get on Denver next. So, okay, all right, that's what I was gonna get on next. So, bam. Calvin Farrell says KD is ruining D-Book's career. On some real shit, I kind of agree with that. You know what I mean? Like, not like he's like literally like doing it on purpose, but now that situation over there is a situation that is the front office and the owner got a lot to do with why the Phoenix Suns are fucking trash right now. Like I said, Kevin Durant got to take the most of the blame. He the star player, and Devin Booker and Bradley Beal and all that. But what that owner is doing over there, Stephen A. Smith was right about that. The owner want to get mad and say, don't nobody listen to Stephen A. and this and that and blah, blah. Nobody takes Stephen A. serious, blah, blah. Stephen A. was right. Stephen A. was 100% right. My nigga, the first 3-4 years you've been the owner of the Phoenix Suns, you have been one of the worst owners of an NBA franchise in your first 2 to 3 years. Now you can change it. You know what I'm saying? It can change going forward, But bro, like when he took over that team, they were just in the finals 2 years prior. Okay. So it wasn't like the owner didn't take over a team that was like just ass and shit. He took over a team that was still good. They got rid of fucking the head coach, Monty Williams. Should have never got rid of Monty Williams. Okay, that was the first mistake. The second mistake was getting rid of Chris Paul. Should have never got rid of Chris Paul. What Kevin Durant and D Book need is Chris Paul. They need a true point guard. Okay, so if you would have kept Monty Williams and you would have kept Chris Paul, and then I believe that the Phoenix Suns would be in a much better position right now. And the owner came through and fucked all that up, traded away all hell of they ain't like Stephen A said, they ain't got no fucking draft picks until like 2030 and shit. Like the Phoenix Suns are going to be a horrible team for the foreseeable future. You know what I'm saying? Because this nigga went all in on Kevin Durant. You know what I mean? Like and it was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? So that is a situation. I know I just talked about how, when teams fail, that is majority on the players, and it is. But I'm going to say in the Phoenix Suns situation, it's 50-50. You know what I'm saying? It's front office 50% and the players 50%, because this nigga came through and fucked it. The owner came through, bought that team, came through and fucked that up. Period, point blank. So, but anyway, so let me get to the Denver series. So Denver and the Clippers. That was a series. That's a game that I didn't watch today, but I know what happened. I seen what happened and stuff like that. So Denver took a 1-0 lead. You know what I mean? They got the win in overtime. That's gonna be a good series. I can see that. I see that series going 7. Man, who am I gonna pick in that? Damn, that one is hard. Let me see what y'all saying. My fault. Katie is. Yep. Load of truth. You said it. You said it. Too many scores, no point guard. That's about Dylan Brooks versus Draymond Green is going to be a flash to the past. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm gonna be locked in with that tomorrow. That's gonna be a good series. Yeah, the finals were the Suns were in the finals, definitely. Yeah, they should have tried to get more value for Ayton. Yep. But DeAndre Ayton and Monty Williams wasn't seeing eye to eye, so that's why they got rid of DeAndre Ayton. And for me, DeAndre Ayton is one of those players that extremely talented, but he seems to be a player that has made it to the NBA, and he's just satisfied with the fact that he's made it to the NBA. NBA is just a job for him. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Not every NBA players make it there and want to, they have a burning fire inside of them to just like win and shit. Some players, it was their dream to make it to the NBA, to change the trajectory of their family's life or whatever, and they did that, and they cool with that, and ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I see DeAndre Ayton as. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really see, DeAndre Ayton as really being, like they should have kept him or something like that. He seemed to be, he over there with the Portland Trailblazers right now. They've been trashed to the motherfucker, and he like, hey, I'm good. I ain't giving a damn. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here getting my money. Pay me. You know what I'm saying? Where the check? You know what I mean? So you feel me? But Dre gonna be guarding Sengun. Brooks gonna be bullied by Jimmy. Never should let Ayton go. But even though I just said that though, Brian, even though I just said what I said about Ayton, he still was effective too. You know what I mean? So I would probably, but it's just that him and the coach weren't seeing eye to eye. It was a problem. And so when it gets to be that much of a problem, somebody got to go, because it's going to fuck with the chemistry of the team. It's going to be bad vibes around the team. You just can't have that. You know what I mean? So they chose to ship him up out of there. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Andrew Nimhard said we'll take either KD or D Book. You're right. KD and Book need to be next to a true point guard, a point guard. So let us have one. Who your team, Andrew? Who your team, bro? Suns gonna swoop on Mike Malone. Oh, Mike Malone. Ooh, that'd be okay. Yeah. I like that. If the Suns get Mike Malone. And what's up with Denver, man? Denver Nuggets. Why y'all now? Okay, so let me talk about that. Now, I want to say that the Clippers gonna have the edge because of that, like because of Denver firing their head coach, a championship winning head coach, like a week before the fucking playoffs start and shit. But that damn Nikola Jokic, man, you know what I'm saying? I think he might just be able to overcome this shit. You know what I mean? At least get to the second round. I mean, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, Nikola Jokic is just on a whole nother level, man. And man, I'm gonna go on and say Nuggets, Clippers. I'm gonna say Nuggets in 7. I'm gonna say Nuggets in 7. I'm gonna say Nuggets in 7. I'm gonna give it to the Nuggets. You know what I'm saying? I just think that Denver is going to be able to edge them out. You know what I'm saying? The Clippers ended off the season as one of the hottest teams in the league. You know what I mean? They got one of the best coaches in the league and all that. I just think I really feel like they just gonna come up just a tad bit short. You know what I mean? And I see Denver advancing past the Los Angeles Clippers, but I'm not gonna be surprised if I'm wrong. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to hedge my bet. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I won't be surprised if I'm wrong and if the Clippers win. But I'm gonna pick the Denver Nuggets to win this series. Yeah. Let me see. Aiden getting 8 up and picking. Yeah, Aiden getting 8 up and picking rolls. Don't forget Taylor Jenkins. Yeah. That, I don't know what's going on with that. I like, you know what I'm saying? I've been watching the NBA my whole life, man. I don't know what these teams are doing, firing the head coach like a week and 2 weeks before the playoffs start. Like how? I mean, you either are you giving up on the season? I mean, like how is that? I don't understand. Like how that's a good thing for your team going into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? That's the time where everybody's supposed to be coming together. You're supposed to be getting ready for the playoff run. You know what I'm saying? That's like in football, you know, let's just take my team, for example, the 49ers. That's like 2 weeks before the playoffs, we getting ready to go into the postseason, and the Niners fire Kyle Shanahan. Like that's just that. I mean, that's like what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? It just is weird. But I don't. You know. So yeah, Taylor Jenkins too. It's just now. I think that the Denver Nuggets are more equipped to being able to overcome the firing of their head coach more than the Memphis Grizzlies are able to get past the firing of their head coach. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just weird. You feel me? Bro, I don't know who entered. Andrew Nimhard. I know who Nimhard is from the Pacers, but I know that ain't that. I know that ain't that. This Nimhard in my motherfucking chat right now. Yeah, I'm talking about Calvin. Yeah, Kawhi and Harden cooking, right? Yeah. If the Nuggets were finna fire Mike Malone, Calvin said if the Nuggets were going to fire Mike Malone, that's what I was saying. I was saying like this. All right, bet. You want to move on from Mike Malone? Fine. Move on from Mike Malone. But I mean, damn, at least get a nigga the respect of firing him, of parting ways after the season is done. I mean, this man just won the championship for y'all a year and a half ago. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit don't make no damn sense. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know what he could have. I'm thinking like, damn, was it some Ime Udoka shit going on? Was he you know what I mean? Was he doing something? Was he fucking somebody's wife or something in a because that shit just don't make no sense. But yeah, I mean, if you gonna fire him, at least wait till after the end of the year. At least, you know what I mean, let the team go on this playoff run and see if they could rekindle any magic that they had from their championship winning season 2 years ago. But to fire him right before the playoffs, that just don't make no sense to me. So, but we'll see how far they go. Nuggets only win in 7 if Gordon and Porter getting buckets. Okay. My thing is though is like I don't know what necessarily happened today, but all I'm saying is I mean they already up 1-0, so you know the Clippers are gonna have to win 4 out of the next 6 games. So we'll see. You know what I mean? Kawhi gonna have to stay healthy. You know what I mean? I'm not, hopefully he do stay healthy. I'm not predicting that he won't, but come on, man. We all know, man, Kawhi could drop 35 points and look like motherfucking Michael Jordan. And after the game, they'll be like, yeah, Kawhi's out for the season. Yeah, he got a fucking bruised knee or some shit. You'd be like, damn, this nigga just balled out and now he out for the season. So, but we'll see. You know what I mean? Byron Floyd said, like the losers they've always been, the Clippers gonna clip. I just feel like that's just what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like they just gonna find a way to clip. You know what I mean? That's all it is. You know what I mean? And I mean, now we all know James Harden is known for choking in the playoffs. We all know that. Now he did good. You know what I'm saying today? You know what I mean? He played a good game, and in the season finale against the Warriors, when they were playing for who was going to have the 6th seed and who was going to have to play in the play-in, he played well in that game as well. So I will give him credit for, his last 2 high leverage, pressure packed games. You know what I mean? He played well. But, let's leave some room for James Harden to do some James Harden things in the playoffs and go, 4 for 13 with 9 turnovers and shit. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We beating the Bucks. Yo, can you play a song and I'll pick it and you can rate it? They ain't beating the Cavs, Knicks, or Celtics. Who ain't beating the Cavs, Knicks, or Celtics? Who ain't beating the Cavs, Knicks, or Celtics? Frank Quiros said paper clips. The motherfucking paper clips, man. You know what I'm talking about? The paper clips gonna clip. Are you smoking something? Yeah, I done rolled up. I done rolled up and they ain't even lit up. You know what I mean? The Pacers. Yeah. Nah, Pacers. The Pacers will not. I don't know about the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? If the Knicks and the Pacers were to go up against one another, that would be a great series. They played last year, I believe, and the Pacers came out on top. But I would probably pick the Knicks this year if they were to play one another. But I'm not like 100% sure about that. But definitely the Pacers are not beating the Celtics, and they're not beating the Cavs. You know what I'm saying? They just not doing that. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? Andrew say, you sound like an Oakland cat. I'm from the Bay Area. I'm not from Oakland. I'm from East Palo Alto. I'm from the same city where that Devontae Adams, the wide receiver, is from. It's a little city called East Palo Alto. Everybody know about Palo Alto, but I'm from the hood part of it, East Palo Alto. You know what I'm saying? We was murder capital in the 90s. You feel me? A lot of motherfuckers don't know that. But that's where Devontae Adams is from. It's right up the street from Stanford University. Oakland is only 30 miles away from where I'm from. So, yeah, you know what I mean? We all kind of got the same little swag and, you know, twang and all that. You know what I mean? Oakland, East Palo Alto and all that. You feel me? So, yeah, I'm from that area, but nah, I'm not from Oakland. But I got family from there and all that. But I'm from that area, though. Oakland Cat. Pacers beat Cavs, too. Knicks got Cat. Not going to say we beating the Cavs. Bay Area folks sound the same. They said Bay Area folks sound the same. Yeah, we got that little, I'm talking about. EPA, let's get it. You already know, man. East Palo Alto, man. I'm a Pacer, bro, not glazing, y'all. Just don't know. Okay, Load of Truth. So I grew up in San Jose, then moved to Stockton. Yeah, I lived in San Jose for the past, fucking like 8-9 years. I'm back in Menlo Park now, though. But yeah, so I was just in San Jose today. But yeah, so fucking I got the Nuggets winning that series. Now, bam. Who else played today? Knicks and the New York Knicks against the Detroit Pistons. Now, Detroit is just a bunch of, they trying to channel that old school Detroit team. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker, Isaiah Stewart, this nigga damn near not even a basketball player. This motherfucker's a fucking wrestler and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I like what the Knicks did today. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that all the talk about Detroit. Everybody like, yeah, y'all, man, Detroit, yeah, man, the Knicks, man, look out. Detroit coming in with, and the Knicks said, yeah, watch this. Hold my beer. We finna show Detroit. We finna show y'all Detroit. Y'all done had a good little season. Y'all didn't have a season. The series ain't over. You know what I'm saying? But the Knicks is trying to show, we didn't heard all the talk. You know what I mean? Y'all supposed to be this tough team, but we let us show y'all how this is done. We done been here a few times over the past few years. Yo, this y'all first go around at it. You know what I mean? So let us really show y'all how this is done. So I like that the Knicks jumped out, you know what I'm saying, to a 1-0 lead and put everything back. Like, what am I trying to say? I believe that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Detroit, Cade Cunningham, man, did his thing this year. You feel me? But I do want to see a good series. You know what I mean? I believe that's going to be a good series too. But you know what I mean? Where I think with that series, it's going to get physical and all that. But I just think that's one of those series where the experience, I feel like the experience, you know what I mean, is going to take over for the Knicks. And you feel me? Andrew Nimhard said, add me. How do I do that? How do I add you? He said, let's start a chat. I don't know. Let me see. I don't even know how to do that. Let me see. Let me see. Put you the time on how you on the channel. I don't even know how to do that, bro. I need to figure out how to do that. Andrew, who are you besides the Bucks? Like, little bro, Cavs won 60 games. Y'all barely won 48. I'm not betting that. So, y'all got y'all own little shit going on in the chat. That's what's up. But so I'm gonna say the Knicks Detroit series. I'm gonna say the Knicks is gonna win that series in 6. You know what I mean? Like 5 or 6. You know what I mean? Detroit, y'all had a good year. You know what I'm saying? Y'all made it to the playoffs. Y'all are a team that's headed in the right direction. Y'all got a good coach, JB Bickerstaff. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the Knicks are gonna have to, you know what I mean, spank y'all on the ass real quick and let y'all know, hey, big bro gonna have to show y'all how this is done. You feel me? DD Lim said, take your hat off. No, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's Dub Nation all day around this bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Jada, brother, you gonna do a live after the Dubs game? Yep. I'm gonna go live tomorrow. I'm gonna go live after the game tomorrow for sure. You know what I'm saying? We finna be locked in, you know what I mean? For the whole playoffs. We locked in. You know what I'm saying? Jokic MVP, Low the Truth said, hey, Dubs all day. Who your team, Low? I see you. I know you from the Bay. You know what I mean? I know you from this area, so I wonder who your team is if it's not the Warriors. But we want to get to the Knicks, Pistons. That's pretty much all I got to say about that. You know what I mean? I feel like the Knicks gonna win that series in 6, either 5 or 6. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's get to the game of the night. Los Angeles Fakers against the Minnesota Timberwolves. You feel me? Andrew, I'm a new subscriber because I like the live and how you communicate with the chat, bro, and all your naysayers. I'm going to stay locked in. So we win. I'm going to be at come on. It's all good. Man, right on for subscribing and all that. For sure. You know what I'm saying? We locked in. Yeah, man, them fakers, man. You understand me? So if y'all don't know, I'm a huge LeBron James hater. I'm one of the biggest LeBron James haters. You know what I mean? He is not the GOAT. I don't even got him in my top 5 all time. I got him in my top 10, but I don't have him in my top 5. You know what I'm saying? So anytime LeBron has a failure, I'm filled with glee. I love it. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't. Yep, you right, Calvin. Yep, nope. No. I don't have him in my top 5. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't explain this on so many lives, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I have valid points and reasons why LeBron is not in my top 5. You know what I'm saying? I understand he's an all-time great, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't gonna get into it right now because I'm trying to stay on the playoff predictions and preview. Because if I get off into talking about LeBron James, shit, man, this shit ain't gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, so this is what I'll say. I'm gonna get into it a little bit since you threw out your top 5, Calvin. So my top 5 go like this, and I don't know how old you are, but I'm a little bit older. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm old enough to have seen Michael Jordan play when I was a kid. You feel me? Like, I've been into basketball, I've been into sports, you know what I mean, since about 8, 9 years old. So I've been tapped in very young, you know what I'm saying? Because I played basketball. But my top 5 goes Jordan 1, Kobe 2, Magic 3, Kareem 4, and Larry Bird 5. That's my top 5. You know what I'm saying? And then I slot LeBron in there somewhere in between like 6 and 9. You know what I'm saying? And I got valid reasons. You know what I mean? I got valid reasons that I can get into, bro. I'm gonna just try to break it down real quick. For one, Michael Jordan, there's no explanation needed. I don't even need to say nothing. It's Michael Jordan. Kobe, my thing is, I just feel like overall, Kobe was a better basketball player. Like, as far as skill wise, as far as like being like footwork, shooting, like when it comes to being a skilled basketball player, dude, like Kobe Bryant was better than LeBron James. I understand the stats and all that and the longevity, I'm talking about what my eyes seen. Like LeBron James, to me, he don't have he don't have like no bag. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like his game is just bulldozing to the rim, you know what I mean, and getting a bucket. And it's worked for him. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that's not my particular style, you know what I mean? And it's been proven that that can be stopped. And the only way it hasn't been stopped is because the years where it wasn't stopped is because he went and joined up with 3-4 other all-stars and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like Kobe is a better basketball player. And and to me, the most important thing is 5 is greater than 4. Period. Point blank. I hate when motherfuckers be like, oh, it ain't all about championships. Yeah, it is. Like, that's the dumbest fucking shit you can say, bro. It's all about championship. I never heard nobody say it ain't all about championships until LeBron James came along. You know what I'm saying? And people want to make excuses for all his fucking failures. You know what I'm saying? So for me, when you're talking about all-time greats, you have to start to nitpick. So who has more championships, it matters, bro. And how you got your championships matters too. Okay? Also, we talking about Kobe and LeBron back in 09, 010. I don't know if y'all remember. Like I said, I don't know how old y'all is, but I don't know if y'all remember, but Nike was promoting LeBron versus Kobe in the finals. Before the finals was even here, it was like in the second round, and Nike was already rolling out these promos. But it was puppets. It was like the LeBron puppet versus the Kobe puppet, and they was already starting to promote that because it was supposed to be Lakers Cavaliers. You know what I'm saying? And Kobe did his part 3 years in a row. Showed up to the finals, was waiting to meet up with LeBron. LeBron couldn't get past fucking the Orlando Magic and Dwight Howard and Hedo Turkoglu and Jameer Nelson. You know what I'm saying? And Rashard Lewis. Was it Rashard Lewis? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Lost in the second round after having fucking after winning 60 games and being the number 1 seed for like 2 years in a row. You know what I'm saying? So Kobe did his part. He got to the finals. LeBron didn't do his part. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I got Kobe over LeBron. Now let's go to number 3. Magic Johnson. My thing is, I understand LeBron with the longevity and all this other shit, but bro, this is my thing. This would be my thing. They always talk about 10 finals appearances. I don't give a fuck about them finals appearances. How many did you win? And guess what? Another thing is, when we talking about Magic Johnson appeared in 9 NBA finals. 9. But they don't be like, oh no, he was in 9 finals and this and that, like trying to give him credit for losing and shit. You feel me? I don't hear people give Magic Johnson credit for appearing in 9 finals. He won 5 of them, lost 4 of them. You know what I'm saying? But he still won more than he lost. You feel me? So my thing is, when you want to talk about, oh, he been to the finals 10 times. Well, Magic Johnson been there 9 times, and he won it 5 times. He got more rings than LeBron James, and he did it in less. All of these players that I'm saying, they did it in all less time. Magic Johnson basically had the 80s, and that's it. That's it, bro. You know what I'm saying? He made that 1 finals in 1991 against the Chicago Bulls after Kareem had retired and shit, but that means he appeared in 8 finals in the 80s, bro. There's only it's 10 years in a decade, you know what I'm saying? He was in 80% of the finals. You know what I'm saying? In the 80s. and he has more. So, and he's on like, so for me, I still have Magic Johnson over LeBron James for that reason. It's about winning. It's not about all these stats that you can accumulate over the course of your career. You know what I'm saying? Because you just playing for hella long and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's cool. You know what I mean? And there's something to be said for that, for longevity and keeping your body, you know what I mean, intact for this long. You know what I'm saying? But Magic Johnson won all of those rings. He did all that shit in like 11, 12 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you know what I mean? So that's me. So then let's go to number 4. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It's pretty self-explanatory. Okay. 6 championships. I believe so he got 6 rings. He has 5 league MVPs, either 5 or 6, if I'm not mistaken. A few finals MVPs. And he was the all-time leading scorer for like 40 years before LeBron broke his record. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, once again, the main thing is the 6 rings. You know what I mean? LeBron only got 4. Like I said, when you talking about all-time greats, that's how you give one great the edge over another. There has to be something, because they all great. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have something to give the edge to a particular player. And I mean, there's no better way to give a player the edge than championships. You know what I mean? Kareem got 6, LeBron got 4. You know what I mean? And a suspect 4 too. Really like 3.5. Come on now. We know. Come on, that Mickey Mouse shit. Come on now. We all know. So I got Kareem over LeBron. Now I'm just giving my explanation why I don't have him in my top 5. So then now number 5, I got Larry Bird. Now Larry Bird is the one out of all of the players that I have in my top 5 that LeBron actually has more rings than, okay? Because Larry Bird only has 3, and I say only, but Larry Bird has 3, okay? But Larry Bird has done something that no other player has done. Maybe it's one other player that did it, but he's the only one that I know about. Is he's won 3 league MVPs in a row. When winning the league MVP really was when you was really the MVP. When it wasn't about, okay, it's your turn now type shit. Nah, it was, nigga, he won it 3 years in a row. But I'm just saying, somebody else may disagree. It's just, for me, I want Larry Bird over LeBron James. That's just me. Okay, it's not about like it's the mentality, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? The mentality, like they had a different, like y'all gotta understand, bro. Like LeBron was kind of mentally weak a little bit. You know what I mean? That's why he got exposed in 2011. You know what I'm saying? And all the players that I'm talking about, they didn't have none of that. It wasn't no mental weakness at all with Jordan, Kobe, Bird. You know what I'm saying? Magic or Kareem. Okay. So I have Bird over LeBron because, and see, people like I don't like when, how you gonna have Larry Bird over LeBron James? You stupid. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. You don't know basketball. Nah, you don't know basketball. You know what I'm saying? If you choose to pick LeBron James over Larry Bird, have at it. I'm not gonna knock you for that. All I'm saying is don't act like it's preposterous for somebody to say I choose to have Larry Bird over LeBron James. Larry Bird was that dude. Larry Bird was that dude, bruh. Larry Bird is equivalent in basketball to what Eminem is in rap. The best white boy to ever do it. On my mama. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. I'm picking Larry Bird over LeBron James. So now when we get to the back half of the top 10, 6 through 10, only thing I'm doing is, and this is why I didn't want to do this, because you know what I mean, I can't stop when I start. But you feel me? I'm trying to keep it on the playoff preview, but it's all good. Um, what I'm doing is I'm making a case there's a case for 8 or 9 players to be ranked higher than LeBron. You know what I'm saying? I can make a valid case for it. That whether you choose to agree or not, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? That's everybody entitled to their opinion. But you know what I'm saying? I can make a case for it. Now, I already made the case for the first 5. Now we want to get to the next 5. Okay. If I want to go Shaq, let's go Shaq O'Neal. People forget. Or I don't know, maybe they don't forget, but Shaq O'Neal, bro, was the most dominant. I know Wilt Chamberlain, but Shaq was out of him or Wilt Chamberlain, the most dominant players ever in the league, bro. Like it wasn't no stopping Shaq down there, bro. Like it wasn't nothing you could do with that. Okay. And they have the same amount of rings. Okay. They both have 4. And Shaq was just a beast, bro. Shaq was an all-time great, bro. Period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So I can say, so then if I want to put LeBron at 6 or 7, you know what I mean? Whether right before Shaq or behind Shaq, you know what I mean? I got him kind of somewhere right there. But let's go Tim Duncan. There's a case for Tim Duncan to be ranked higher than LeBron James. The first case is he got more rings. Okay? He got 5. LeBron got 4. That's the first case. The second case is Tim Duncan beat LeBron James 2 times in the finals to get 2 of those 5 rings. They met in the finals 3 times. Okay? Tim Duncan won twice. They went up head to head. You know what I'm saying? So, like, LeBron James had the opportunity to prevent Tim Duncan from having more rings than him. He couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, if you want to pick LeBron James over Tim Duncan, I'm not going to fight you about that. All I'm saying is there's a case for it. Okay? Then let's say we can Wilt Chamberlain. We can go Wilt Chamberlain. You know what I mean? Like now he only got 2 rings. You know what I'm saying? But at one point before Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he was the all-time leading scorer, and we all know all of the records that Wilt Chamberlain had. You know what I'm saying? And still has in the 100-point games and all that. You know what I mean? I probably would put LeBron over Wilt Chamberlain, but you know what I'm saying? There's definitely a case for Wilt Chamberlain as well. Let's go Steph Curry. I know upon first hearing it, you say Steph Curry. Steph Curry ain't better than LeBron James. Oh, really? Well, how does he have 4 rings in the LeBron James era? The LeBron James era. And 3 of those rings he beat LeBron James to get. Oh, well, he had Kevin Durant, blah, blah, blah. Nigga, you the one that started the super team shit. All we did was one up your bitch ass. You feel me? So you say, oh, okay, that's what you want to do. Y'all want to do that? Okay, we got one for you. You know what I'm saying? KD, come on over here. Let's bop this nigga on top of the head. We gon' LeBron James him. You know what I'm saying? We gonna one up him. You know what I'm saying? So, and at the end of the day, KD came to Steph team. You're not the other way around. So, but I'm just saying, there's a case. I'm not saying whether I'm putting Steph ahead of LeBron. I'm saying there's a valid, on top of that, not only on top of that, he's the only unanimous MVP. He is the key central figure of a dynasty. LeBron James has never been a part of a dynasty, ever. Okay, now, Miami Heat was close, but they won 2 and 4. For me, in my opinion, in order to be a dynasty, you have to at least win 3 championships in a 4 to 5 year period. You know what I'm saying? To be a dynasty. 2 and 4 years, that's like a mini dynasty, but that ain't really, you know what I mean? Like, to me, it got to be 3 championships in 4 to 5 years, and you a dynasty. LeBron James never did that. You know what I'm saying, with one team. So Steph Curry is a part of a dynasty. He's a part, like LeBron James has never been a part of like an all-time great team. But Steph Curry is a part of an all-time great team. And not only that, Steph Curry, there's something to be said for changing the whole landscape of basketball to where everybody shoots threes now. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no question that Steph Curry is a more influential basketball player than LeBron James. Like that, that's not debatable. Like I said, now, if you want to say that he's a better player, fine, have at it. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather have Steph Curry than LeBron James. That's just me. And like I said, once again, all his championships, he did it in much less time, and he beat LeBron James to get 3 of those championships. So, I mean, I'm just saying there's a case for it. You know what I mean? Bill Russell. That's what I forgot about. Bill Russell. There's a case for Bill Russell. Now, I know that was a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? And it was a different time. It wasn't as many teams in the league and stuff like that. But, I mean, 11 rings is 11 rings, bro. You can't blame him for the era that he played in. He dominated his era. So, you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying with everything that I just said is that if somebody wants to say, now, if somebody want to say LeBron James the GOAT, I ain't having that. He's not the GOAT. Like, I seen Michael Jordan play. I seen LeBron James play. LeBron James is not better than Michael Jordan. He's not. I don't give a damn what nobody say. He's not. Okay, you can have all the stats you want to have, but he's not better than him. Okay, anybody outside of Michael Jordan, if you want to say LeBron James is better, or if you want to say he's number 2, number 3, number 4, wherever you want to put him at, fine. I'm cool with that if that's what you want to do. All I'm saying is that there's a legitimate, valid case for about 8 or 9 players to be ranked higher than him if you wanted to do that. That's all I'm saying. So I just went off on that tangent just because my boy right here, you know what I'm saying? I can't remember if it was Calvin or Low the Truth, but couldn't believe that I didn't have LeBron James in my top 5. That's the media, bro. The media is making it like, you know what I mean? You just got it. If you don't have him top 5, if you don't have him number 2, or, you know, if he's not your GOAT or at least number 2, you's a bum ass motherfucker. You don't know what the hell you talking about type shit. Nah. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? So, but that, I want to leave that right there. You know what I'm saying? I just, you know, but you know, when it comes to the Lakers, okay, when it comes to the, so Lakers, Timberwolves. I'm gonna just say this: the Lakers in trouble. That's all I'm gonna say. The Lakers is in motherfucking trouble right now. You have to talk about, yeah. So, this was a series where this game one swayed my opinion of what I think is going to happen in the series, because I believed that the Lakers were going to win this series in 6 games. After seeing game 1, like I said, I'm not going to be super surprised if the Lakers happen to, you know, win 4 out of the next 6 games. But I believe, after what I seen in game 1 today, that the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to win this series in 6 or 7 games. That's just what I believe. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to think what parts of the game did I see today that leads me to believe that, outside of the fact that they won in convincing fashion. You know, for one, they don't have an answer for for fucking Anthony Edwards. They definitely don't have an answer for him at all. You know what I'm saying? And if Nas Reed and the other youngster that had 25, if they play like that the whole series, Lakers, y'all might get swept. Shannon Sharp talking about Lakers in 5. No, it might be Timberwolves in 5. You understand me? You feel me? Yeah, let me see what y'all talking about. Cause I went on one for a while and I didn't look at the chat. So my bad about that. Damn, Donald Mitchell said Shaq doesn't even make my top 20. Damn. That nigga say Shaq ain't even in the top dub, fam. You know what I'm saying? Where you got Shaq at there, cuz? You feel me? Let me see. Damn, y'all was going crazy. Mike to go. Let me team hopping is corny as fuck. I don't care what anyone said. Andrew Nimhard. I totally agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I'm saying is I understand if you are a journeyman type of player. Okay? I understand if you're the type of player that, you know, you going from team to team because you just trying to keep your career going, you know what I'm saying? And you just need a job, you know what I mean? So yeah, you know, your Patrick Beverleys, your Dennis Schroeder's, and you know, players like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a role player, but all the team hopping and when it starts to get hard, now I need to go over here now and go team up with somebody else because these motherfuckers over here, you know what I'm saying? They ain't, you know, the thing I don't like about how LeBron did, I didn't have a problem with him going. I ain't had a problem with him going to Miami. I'm just saying the way they do it, bro, is that they done built up LeBron James's career as if he did all of this on his own. Like, dude, when you went to Miami, you went and teamed up with Dwayne Wade, who had already won a championship and a Finals MVP. He taught you how to win, my nigga. And then you teamed up with Chris Bosh, who was a perennial all-star player, bro. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, they give LeBron James all the credit. I don't get that. He didn't do that by himself. It wasn't like, go look at Jordan and Kobe. Go look at the rosters that they won championships with. Go look at Kobe's last two. Even if you go look at the Kobe and Shaq Lakers, it was Kobe and Shaq, and then a gang of other just fucking role players, and that's it. I understand Derek Fisher was very important. Rick Fox was very important. Robert Horry was extremely important. But I'm saying, bro, those are like role players, bro. They got to do their job. You know what I'm saying? But they're role players, bro. They not Hall of Famers. They not, you know what I'm saying? LeBron James is playing with, this dude and played with like 10, 15 Hall of Famers. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes 2, 3, 4 Hall of Famers on the same fucking team. You feel me? So go back and look at those last 2 championships that Kobe won. Go look at who he won those championships with. Okay? He had Pau Gasol, who is a Hall of Famer. Okay? But still, there's levels to the Hall of Fame. You got Hall of Famers like Jordan and Kobe and Magic and LeBron and Steph. And then you got Hall of Famers like Tracy McGrady and Pau Gasol and, they're Hall of Famers because they were great players too, but there's levels to the Hall of Fame, if you get what I'm saying. So all I'm saying is go look at, so Kobe had Pau Gasol, okay? And then after that, what else? Okay, so I'm not saying like I'm not trying to disrespect it, but I'm saying, okay, Andrew Bynum, he was good for that time, but I mean, it's Andrew Bynum, bro. Come on, bro. He's not no, okay, Lamar Odom, great player, okay, but so then we start to get to Sasha Vujacic and fucking Jordan Farmar and fucking Shannon Brown and bro, just go look at the roster, bro. You're going to be like, damn, Kobe won with these motherfuckers? And then the same thing with Jordan. Go look at who he won with. Okay, especially the first three. The last three was a little bit more, you know what I mean? Because, you know, you got Rob in there instead of, but even still then, but the first three, okay? Okay, granted, you got Pippen there. You know what I'm saying? But Jordan is the one that elevated Pippen. Scottie Pippen ain't the player that he is if he didn't play with Michael Jordan, period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? Scottie Pippen was known as being a little soft. You feel me? And Michael Jordan brought it out of him. You know what I'm saying? Like he had no choice. But bro, Michael Jordan won with fucking BJ Armstrong, Bill Cartwright, Bill Winnington, Craig Hodges, Stacey King. Come on, man. Like winning 3 championships in a row and all that shit. Like, and none of his finals ever went to a game 7. They was all 6 games or less. He won all his finals in 5 or 6 games. You feel me? So I'm just saying, bro, that you feel me. LeBron got 4 championships. I'm not trying to take away nobody championships, bro, but I'm just saying the team hopping and all that. You don't try to get up and say, oh, yeah. That one right there, that one made me the greatest of all time. No, it didn't. You know what I'm saying? For one, you snitched and bitched to the motherfucking NBA to try to get Draymond Green suspended, and it worked, and it happened. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's a low level of cheating, because basically what you're saying is you're saying that I don't want to play my opponent at full strength. I want them to be a little hampered so that it's easier for me to win. So NBA, can you please suspend Draymond Green? Because without the muscle, I believe that will give me a better chance of winning and possibly coming back in the series. And that's exactly what the fuck happened. You know what I'm saying? So I can go on and on about this, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying LeBron James is not a great player. I'm not saying he's not an all-time great player. I'm just saying a lot of his career and a lot of shit that with LeBron James, I see through it, and it's too calculated, bro. Like Jordan wasn't chasing nothing. That's the reason why Jordan retired 2 and 3 times and shit. Like LeBron is still chasing the ghost of Michael Jordan. That's the reason why he won't retire. Now, I'm not saying he should retire. You know what I mean? You're a professional athlete. You should play as long as you possibly can. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not here to tell somebody that they should retire. You know what I'm saying? But come on, bro. What is LeBron James still playing for? He's playing because, for one, he can't do without the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? And he knows he's not going to be able to catch Jordan in like rings and shit like that. So he's trying to make the total counting numbers so far out of whack that, you know what I mean, that people down the line that, you know what I mean, didn't get to see either of them will just look at the stats and be like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? This nigga, I seen them both play. So I know what's real. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. I just, my whole thing with LeBron James is that, you feel me? It's like, bro, if you the GOAT, they gonna say you the GOAT, bro. Like, you don't have to force it and get all your media minions to force it down people's throat to try to get them to say you the GOAT. If y'all see Michael Jordan, don't sit back and say shit. He don't give a fuck about none of that. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's just my take on that. But when it comes to the Lakers versus the Timberwolves, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm going with the Timberwolves. And that is kind of what's the word? It's a little bit disappointing because I wanted to, as a Warriors fan, I wanted to meet the Lakers in the second round and get a little revenge from 2 years ago when they eliminated us in the second round, the year after we won our fourth championship. You know what I'm saying? Like I want the Lakers. I want LeBron James. But I don't feel like I don't feel that they're going to make it to the second round. If I'm wrong, I got no problem coming on here and saying, hey, I was wrong. Hey, Luka, LeBron, they came back, they did their thing, whatever. But they ain't gonna get past us. We gonna beat the Rockets. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to disrespect the Rockets. I'm just saying, the Warriors, we gonna beat the Rockets, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna at least be in the second round. You know what I'm saying? So hey, we gonna play the winner of the Timberwolves and the Lakers, and I believe it's gonna be the T-Wolves. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's a lot of karma shit that's involved with this too. The basketball guys with all of the abuse of power that LeBron James has done this year with forcing his bum ass fucking son into the league, onto the fucking team and shit when he don't deserve that shit. You know what I'm saying? And how he tried to bully and punk Stephen A. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing, bro. Like when it come to bro, what other player, bro, people don't even talk about the fact that this nigga LeBron James in smack dab in the middle of a live game, bro, chose to go confront a media member while there's a game going on. Like, bro, if that was any other player, they would be, if that was Ja, if that was Draymond Green, they would be calling him selfish and this and that. You gonna choose during the game to try to air out your grievances with a media member, this and that. You couldn't wait till after the game, this and that. But because it's LeBron James, they just let him get away with it. Like that's like during the middle of a game. And you trying to make it like it's about your son. It ain't about your fucking son. It's about you, boy. Bronny, the reason why I'm against the Bronny James shit is because he fooling motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James is trying to make it like this is a part of he wants this to be a part of the GOAT debate. Yeah, I got my son in it. Like this Bronny making it to the NBA, bro, it's not about Bronny. That's about LeBron. It's about him. It's another thing it's about, you know what I'm saying? It's about him. He making it about him. Like, you know what I'm saying? I see through all that shit, bro. I see through it all. What are you applying? Yeah, man. So, demand die lot. Bron has totally ruined the league. You know what I'm saying? Every other all-time great has left the game in a better place than what they found it. LeBron James is the first all-time great that came in and the game is in a worse place than when he found it. Why? Because of all this fucking, and Adam Silver, this motherfucker right here. Rest in peace, David Stern, man. I mean, goodness fucking gracious. Adam fucking Silver, along with LeBron James, has absolutely ruined the NBA. Okay? Absolutely. With Adam Silver is too nice. He done gave these players too much fucking power, bro. That's the reason why the NFL is what the NFL is, because, yeah, y'all can make a whole bunch of money. We gonna let y'all make a whole bunch of money, but y'all don't run this shit, bro. Nah, us, the owners, we run this shit, bro. The players don't run the league in the motherfucking NFL, and it's the reason why they so motherfucking successful. They don't, nah, we ain't, nah. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, LeBron James has totally ruined it. Totally ruined it with all this player empowerment, player movement, and all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? What y'all saying? Mario Flores said Bill Laimbeer is the GOAT. Kevin Melton said, Jada, read the chat. My bad. I mean, say, What y'all been saying? Y'all been going crazy on this motherfucker. Donald going in on Shaq. What was it? Tell me how Shaq is better than any guy. Let me see. Damn, I gotta go back. Y'all motherfuckers going crazy than a motherfucker. Oh. Listen, okay, so the dream. I'm gonna tell you like this: the dream. For one, Hakeem Olajuwon. It's weird because I got Hakeem Olajuwon like barely outside my top 10, but Hakeem Olajuwon is my favorite center of all time. I don't have him ranked. Like I got a few centers ranked higher than him on like my all-time list, but as far as my favorite, it's Hakeem Olajuwon. Like Hakeem was like a guard down there. He had handles, he had a shot, footwork, and he played defense. He's one of the greatest defenders of all time. Like Hakeem Olajuwon totally don't get the credit that he deserves. I mean, he does, but he don't. You know what I'm saying? Then again, but the dream, I'm gonna say this though, it is about rings, bro. Like that's why you play the game, bro. Like it's all about rings, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's about rings, bro. I'm sorry. In these professional sports, it's about rings. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, everybody want to at least, you want to make it to the league and take care of your family first. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's about rings, bro. When it comes to these all-time greats, it's about rings. That's how you separate who's greater than who. It's about the rings, bro. You know what I'm saying? It just is. You feel me? It is with me. That's the most important thing is winning, bro. Don't nothing trump winning, bro. You know what I mean? Like they putting these Luka Doncic numbers up against Michael Jordan, like because Luka Doncic, as far as the post, so Michael Jordan has the highest scoring average in postseason history at like 33 a game. Luka is second all time right now with like 30 or 31 or something like that. I think even maybe 32, but like I think like 30 or 31. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's good for Luka, but it's not even in the same realm as Michael Jordan, bro, because Michael Jordan did his shit all while winning championships, bro. So like it's not even like that. Y'all need to stop putting that graphic up of a Luka. Come on, man, just stop it, bro. You feel me? Andrew Nimhart said, bro, a Bron hater for real, for real. I do admit that I am a Bron hater, but at the same time, I got facts with mine though. I don't come with just dumb rhetoric and LeBron hate. Like I got facts with mine, bro. I got facts, and I just see through all the bullshit, all the fake activism and all that shit, acting like you ain't like LeBron wants to be all things to everybody, bro. You can't bro, you not God, bro. You just a basketball player, bro. Like, bro, what Colin Kaepernick did, Colin Kaepernick put his career on the line for some shit. Like, that's real activism, bro. Not just, okay, some shit happened and then I'm going to just tweet about it. And then because I said some shit on Twitter, that means I'm like, nah, bro. Like, nah. Colin Kaepernick actually, Colin Kaepernick is who LeBron James thinks he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of shit with LeBron James. I'm telling you, bro, y'all don't see it, bro. Like, that dude fake as fuck, bro. Like, that dude is, I see through all that shit, bro. Bro faked in a motherfucker. Okay, hey. Andrew says Shaq isn't above Bron. Stop it. That's your opinion. Look, bro, that's That's your opinion. That's your opinion, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your opinion. I know that they got the same amount of rings. So, you know what I'm saying? That's ultimately what mattered to me. You know what I'm saying? They got the same amount of rings. All that other shit, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I know what happened to LeBron in 2011 against the Dallas Mavericks when he got his heart snatched out his fucking chest by JJ Barea and Jason Terry and Deshaun Stevenson. Okay. I know that never happened to Shaq. So that's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? LeBron had to go team up with all these motherfuckers, bro, to get these championships, bro. So it's not even the same. So, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not mad at nobody who got LeBron over Shaq. I'm not even saying that I have Shaq over LeBron. I'm saying that there's a case. Like if somebody wanted to say they rank Shaq over LeBron, that's not, you know what I mean? That's not idiotic, bro. Like that's, you know what I mean? Shaq was that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was really that dude like that. You know what I'm saying? Straight the fuck up. You feel me? Shaq at his very, very, very best in his prime, and LeBron at his very, very best, it's equal. You know what I mean? It's equal, bro. You know what I mean? Now, LeBron's prime lasted much longer than Shaq's, so if you want to give him the edge over that, then that's fine. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not crazy for somebody to say. All I'm saying is this: my top five is definitely all five of them is over LeBron for me. Jordan, Kobe, Magic, Kareem, Bird. That's my top five. That shit ain't moving. Period. Point blank. You know what I'm saying? Now, LeBron falls in somewhere in between 6 to 10. You know what I mean? Depending on how I'm feeling that day. Some days I might have him at number 6. Some days I may have him at number 8. You know what I'm saying? But he falls somewhere in between 6 and 10 with me. That's just my opinion. That's how I feel. I don't give a fuck how nobody feel about it. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's just opinions. You know what I mean? But if Steph Curry happens to get another championship this year, okay. If Steph Curry happens to get another championship this year and he gets to number 5, he for sure over LeBron James. I don't give a fuck if the nigga score 100,000 points in his career. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker get 5 rings and you only got 4, and he did it on your watch during your quote-unquote era, and he beats you to get 3 of his rings, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. And this year, he may potentially have to go through LeBron James to get it if they make it to the second round. If we make it to the second round, no, I'm sorry, bro. He goes above LeBron James for me off the top. That's off the top. You know what I'm saying? But let me get back to the playoff preview. I done got off track, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Mike got 6, no losses. Okay, team hopping is corny. Mike got 6, no losses, but Bron didn't make it because lost to Dwight. I won the money off that LeBron game winner. Okay, let me say this. Shaq got Kobe his 3 rings. Look, the whole Shaq got Kobe his first 3, like, I don't know if y'all heard of the YouTuber Scap Attack. Check out Scap Attack, okay? Scap has a lot of facts to basically that Shaq and Kobe era. It was looked at more because this, you got to understand. Shaq came into the league 4 years before Kobe Bryant, okay? Shaq got drafted in 92. Kobe got drafted in 96. But Kobe came straight out of high school. So Shaq is really like 7 or 8 years older than Kobe. Okay. By the time Kobe got to the league, Shaq was already known as an all-time great. Like, okay, just a few years ago, they had the top 75, where they did the top 75 players of all time, right? 25 years before that, they did the top 50. Shaq was a part of the top 50 all-time greatest players, and he had only been in the league like a year or two. They were already saying he's a top 50 player of all time. That's how great he was. So I'm saying that to say, by the time Kobe came to the league, and they both came to the Lakers the same year, though. You know what I'm saying? So by the time but it's just that Shaq came as a free agent and Kobe was drafted. Well, Kobe was drafted to the Charlotte Hornets, and then during the draft, he got traded to the Lakers. But you feel me? So by the time Kobe got to the league, Shaq was already. So the perception for those championships that they won together is like Shaq was and I mean, yeah, he won the 3 finals MVPs and all that. I give you all of that. But if you really go back and look at that run, that what like Shaq didn't carry Kobe, bro. Shaq did not carry Kobe at all, bro. If go back, look at stats, go look at some of Kobe's numbers in certain series. You know what I'm saying? It was better than like that was like what Shaq and Kobe had was like a 1A, 1B kind of thing. It's just that the reason why it's looked at as like Shaq carried Kobe and all of the other shit is just because of the reputation. Like Shaq was already an all-time great. And when they started winning championships, Kobe eventually grew into what he grew into, you know what I'm saying? But Shaq was already that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like a narrative kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? But I do give Shaq the credit for like, okay, I'll say he was 1A and Kobe was 1B, but they was both right there. That was a tandem. That wasn't like a Jordan Pippen where you got Jordan here, and then they a tandem, but Jordan here is Pippen is there. No, Shaq and Kobe was the same level. You know what I'm saying? Period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? So that's just go check out Scap Attack. Got a lot of videos on that with a lot of like hardcore facts and stats to like prove what I'm saying. Like Kobe was in some ways in some of those games and series, Kobe actually carried Shaq. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta you can't if you hear let's just listen to what people say, you would know that. You know what I'm saying? You got to go back and really do your research on it. You feel me? LeBron is LeBron is definitely a better passer. You know what I'm saying? I definitely give LeBron is a better passer than Kobe and all that for sure. For sure. I give what makes LeBron, this is what LeBron got. LeBron has natural, I always said this, LeBron James was born to play basketball. Period, point blank. LeBron James has natural, God-given athleticism and just his physique and his like I always say like LeBron James is like the fucking Terminator, bro. Like for the longest he never got fucking hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I give him that and cerebralness. The nigga smart than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And he's greatest passers of all time. You know what I'm saying? So I know how great LeBron James is. I'm just saying when it comes to give me Kobe before, if you say at their peak, Kobe or LeBron, I'm taking Kobe. Magic or LeBron, I'm taking Magic. Jordan or LeBron, I'm taking Jordan. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But as I hate on LeBron James, I still give him credit for being an all-time great. I just got my reasons. That's it. That's all. LeBron a hybrid Magic. He's not on Mike's level. What's going on? Okay, here you go. The big market, he would have had more rings. If he was in a big market, what do you mean? Like when you're LeBron James, you are the market, bro. Like the market is wherever LeBron James is at. So it don't matter. LeBron James could play for the motherfucking Washington And that would be where the market is at. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. You know what I mean? Like I give him that. LeBron James is box office. Where he goes, the eyes and ears follow. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter where he played at. He you know what I'm saying? Finisher. Look at the chat. Okay. Great point. They try to eliminate winning, which is weird. Yeah, they trying to eliminate the be assassinated. They're trying to eliminate winning. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Oh my Lord, you're crazy. I just hate the LeBron Glaze, but you tweaking though. Like Brody, Magic and Kareem for sure. I got Magic and Kareem over LeBron for sure, off the top. You know what I'm saying? They say, oh, LeBron played in 10. Well, shit, Magic played in 9. You feel me? Kobe got 5. Steven Savada said, do you think the Lakers are still in it? Yeah, they still in it. You know what I mean? But I think they're going to lose this series. Steven Savada said, I think if Magic hadn't got that gangster, the conversation of GOAT would be different as fuck. Like, be assassin. What you mean? What you mean by that? Hopefully you still here. I don't know. I'm reading the chat a little bit late. Kobe was the only the best player on 2 titles. I'm not going to totally disagree with that, but again, if you want to say that Shaq was the best player on those 3 titles, cool. But it's a 1A, 1B, bro. It's not like Steph to Clay or Jordan to Pippen or, it's not like that. They were both right there. You know what I mean? It's just that Shaq got the finals MVPs and he got because Shaq was the one that had to win a ring at the time. So it was a big thing. Like they were saying that about Shaq. Oh, he's just big. He just put up numbers. He can't win. He can't win no ring. You know what I'm saying? So those were like Shaq's. You know what I mean? The media was pushing it like, yeah, for like Shaq got to get his rings and all that. He got to win a ring and all that. So, but I'm just saying, Kobe and Shaq was both right there. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Steven Savada says, sorry, bro, my Rockets are taking out the Warriors. We shall see. I fuck with the Rockets though. I like the Rockets. I like what they've done this year, and I really like their coach, Ime Udoka. I love Ime Udoka because I love the fact that he ain't no punk, and I love the fact that he called LeBron James a bitch ass nigga right in his motherfucking face, and LeBron James didn't do shit. Yeah, you had that smoke for Stephen A, but you ain't had that motherfucking smoke for Ime Udoka, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? So that's all I'm saying. You feel me? But I fuck with the Rockets. You know what I'm saying? But nah, we finna wipe the floor with y'all, fair. You know what I'm saying? They thinking, if y'all thinking that Steph Curry is gonna be once again held to 3 points. They talking about a Amir Thompson or a Ahmad Thompson. Yeah, we got something for that Thompson motherfucker. We got something for his ass. Yeah. Yeah. We got something for the Thompson boy. You know what I'm saying? But nah, he's solid, but nah. All that 1 for 10, 1 for 9, 1 for 10, and Steph Curry only scored 3 points. That ain't happening. Man, listen, Jimmy Butler then came over here and changed life for us. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna get to that series right now real quick. Let me see. Jokic is the GOAT, Zoki said. Larry Bird is called. Loaded Truth said, Jada, you an 80s baby. Off the top. 80s baby off the top. You already know. Born in the 80s, raised in the 90s, early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? And became a man in the 2010s. You did? 80s baby off the top. You know what I'm saying? I'm a millennial, but I'm on the earlier side of the millennials. You know, the millennials run from like what? Anywhere from like 1980, 1981 to like 1994, 1995, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm early 80s with it. Hakeem is a top 10 player all time easily. Hey, for me, I got Hakeem right around some days I have him 10, 9, 10. The other days I kind of got him around 11 or 12, but for me, Hakeem Olajuwon this the fucked up part about it. The fucked up part about it is it's only 10 slots for the top 10, but it's like 15 players that's worthy of being top 10 players. You know what I'm saying? We forget about Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas is the only player that Detroit Pistons team, he beat Jordan, Magic, and Bird all in the 80s. He beat all three of them. You know what I'm saying? No other player did that. He did that. You know what I'm saying? So, went to 3 straight finals, won 2 of them back to back, and probably should have won that first one. They said the refs jumped in and helped Kareem. You know what I'm saying? Shaq isn't above Bron. Stop it. Got LeBron at 10. Shaq doesn't make my top 20. John First says Shaq definitely top 20. Shaq was allowed to abuse people in the paint, sort of similar to what they allowed Giannis to get away with. Bro, nah, bro. I got to disagree with that. They was hacking Shaq, bro. Like, they was beating Shaq up down there, bro. Like, nah, I gotta disagree with that. Like, Shaq he was abusing motherfuckers down there because he was so big. You feel me? But that's what he's supposed to do. Bruise them motherfuckers down there, man. You finna catch elbows, all type of shit, man. You finna get dunked on. Man, that nigga Shaq was dunking niggas in the motherfucking basket. You feel me? LeBron was young in 2006. Oh, so what you talking about? Wait. Hold on. LeBron was young in 2006. So are you trying to reference when he first lost to the Spurs? If so, that was 2007. Okay. So that was his 4th year in the league. Okay. That was his 4th year in the league. And he was not too young. Magic Johnson won the championship in his rookie year. So I don't want to hear it. Larry Bird championship in his 2nd year. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it at all. You feel me? So, LeBron James was not too young. You can't be too young. You can't do all of this shit and get there, and then all of a sudden when you lose, you too young. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we not doing that. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't too young to get to the finals. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I be saying. Like, for LeBron James, like, bro, I've been paying attention to basketball since the early 90s, bro. All the excuses that they make for LeBron James for his failures, they never did that to about no other player. All this, he was too young, and like when they say, oh, the first time when he played against the Spurs in 2007, I don't count that as a finals loss because, you know, he dragged that team to the finals, and who did he have, and this and that and blah, blah. Bro, you talking out of both sides of your mouth. For one, if you made it to the NBA finals, that means you beat somebody in the first round, in the second round, and in the third round. You can't get all the way to the NBA finals and then be like, yeah, this team sucks. It don't work like that. number two, they beat the bad boy Pistons 2 to get to that finals. Okay. The bad boy Pistons that went to 6 straight Eastern Conference finals in the 2000s, okay, and beat the only team to beat the Kobe and Shaq Lakers in 04 and went to two finals back to back and won one. Okay, that's the team that LeBron James beat to get to the finals. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, we not doing that, bro. They had to beat great teams to get to the finals. You get to the finals against the Spurs and you just lost, bro. That's it. It ain't because they want to build they want to fabricate his goatness and you know what I mean? So they want to make all these excuses. Well, he was too young. And nah, bro. So if that loss doesn't count for LeBron James, then how can the win count for the Spurs? Like it don't, you know what I'm saying? Nah, we're not doing that, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's wins and losses. That's it. That's it, bro. It's just wins and losses. Ain't no excuses, bro. You feel me? Ain't no excuses. Hakeem, Dirk, and LeBron got the 3 toughest rings of all time. Bro, do you know how many 60-win teams Kobe beat? Like, I disagree. Another thing with LeBron James, you know, they talk about this 3-1 shit coming. Like, bro, if you why you down 3-1? How you get down 3-1 to Steph Curry? This is another thing people got to understand about Steph Curry. The reason why his shit is so great, bro. And the reason why, like, bro, Steph Curry was not supposed to be what he became, bro, at all. Like, this shit came out of nowhere. I know. I'm a Warriors fan, a lifelong Warriors fan, bro. I had season tickets in Steph Curry's rookie year, 2009, 2010. The tickets was dirt cheap because the team was ass, nigga. You feel me? So Steph Curry was not supposed to be what he became at all, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he ended up so the reason why I'm saying that is because that's another excuse that they make for LeBron James. And especially with the one in 15. Oh, they only won because Kevin Love was hurt and Kyrie Irving was hurt. Wait, you mean the same Kevin Love that everybody talks about and says that it was a piece of shit and ain't shit and didn't do nothing while he was with the bro. Nah. All I hear is motherfuckers talk all this shit and about Kevin Love, about what he didn't do and he didn't, you know, all this shit when he was with the Cavs. But at the same time, you guys want to say that you can't do that. You can't give that as part of the reason why. Well, because Kevin Love wasn't there, but then at the same time say that Kevin Love ain't shit. That don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck out of here. Kevin Love wasn't finna make no difference. And another thing is, you got to understand, bro. Nobody, the Warriors were not supposed to do what they did even in 2015. So, like, bro, we got to remember the Warriors became a super. They made themselves a super team, bro. That shit wasn't like put together like all the. No, Steph Curry was drafted there. Klay Thompson was drafted there. Draymond Green was drafted there. Like, they was all drafted there. You know what I'm saying? Harrison Barnes drafted there. So what I'm saying is, bro, is that they weren't supposed to be that, right? So they want to make the excuse to say, like, because people are looking at those 2015 Warriors, they're looking at those Warriors as because they already know what the finishing product was and what they turned into, but they hadn't learned how to win yet. They hadn't learned how to win yet. They were trying to win their first championship. LeBron James had already won 2 rings. You see what I'm saying? So you can't use the excuse of, well, Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love wasn't there, because, bro, at that time, that was that Warriors team was not looked at as like the all-time Warriors team that they looked at, how we look at them right now. They weren't that yet. They learned how to do that. You know what I'm saying? And so then after they won that championship, that first championship, nobody still believed in them. It was the whole summer. Doc Rivers, all these motherfuckers were, oh, well, they didn't play nobody, and everybody that they did play was they had somebody that was hurt. You know what I mean? So they was trying to downplay the Warriors championship in 2015. So the Warriors said, oh, really? Okay, hold my beer. Watch this. 73 wins. Unanimous MVP. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. I have not seen any player come into the league since Michael Jordan that has been better than him. However, that one season in 2015, 2016 that Steph Curry had, that is the one, that's the greatest single season that I have ever seen any player have. Like, Steph Curry was off the fucking chain that year, bro. I never seen no shit like that in my life. Like, bro, if you go back, bro, go back and watch the highlights, bro. Go back and look at the numbers, bro. Like, Steph Curry that was as high, that was the most highest level that you can get to being the best player of all time without being the best player of all time. Like, that was a ridiculous season, bro. And it sucks that they lost it in game 7 at the very end. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, so all I'm saying, bro, is the excuses that they make for LeBron James. Oh, this, no, bro, the Warriors hadn't learned how to win yet, bro. So it was even. We were going up against LeBron James. They wasn't supposed to win that. Not only were we going up against LeBron James, the Cavaliers had a 2-1 lead in the series with game 4 at home. So all LeBron James had to do was win game 4. Y'all would have been up 3-1. They would have won that series. But the Warriors had other plans, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give people, so the whole 3-1 shit thing came because once they got down 3-1, or once they was about to go down 3-1, LeBron James picked out Draymond Green to have an altercation with to try to get him suspended. That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? He was like, damn, because he was thinking in his head like, fuck, like, I came back to Cleveland last year. This is supposed to be because you got to remember, the first year LeBron James came back to Cleveland, that was the year that they met the Warriors. He met the Warriors in the championship, and the Warriors won in 2015. That was supposed to be LeBron James coming back to Cleveland, and he was going to start to win all these championships and shit and possibly become the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? But the Warriors was like, nah, we here, fam, right? So the first year, they lose to the Warriors in the finals. That second year was the 73-9 year, and that was the first time in LeBron James' career since, like, because Kobe was still in the league at the time, but Kobe was on his last leg. So, and he's like 7-8 years older than LeBron. So, yeah, Kobe was the best player at, during his prime, 09, 010, all that when he was, but once LeBron went to Miami, he was at that point like considered like the best player from that point on. So this was the first time that anybody had threatened, because they were saying Steph Curry was the best player in the league in 2016. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first time that anybody had ever. So LeBron James felt threatened by Steph Curry. Period, point blank, bro. There's no other way to slice it. That's facts. He felt threatened. You know what I'm saying? So the second year was the 73-9 year. They get down 3-1 And earlier in the year, the Warriors beat the Cavaliers by 50 points in fucking Cleveland. And then David Blatt ended up getting fired. And then that's when Tyronn Lue was hired. You know what I'm saying? So the Warriors it's game 4. The Warriors is getting ready to go up 3-1. The game is over. LeBron James starts that shit with, because if you go back and look at it, everybody talk about Draymond Green hit him in the nuts or kicked him in the nuts. No, he didn't, bro. LeBron James walked up to the nigga, tripped him on the ground, then walked over the nigga. Now, if you know anything about basketball on the basketball court, if a nigga walk over you, that's disrespectful, bro. Okay? So all Draymond Green did as he's trying to get up, all he did was this. Like, nigga, like, what did you, nigga, get off me? Like, type shit. He got suspended for that. Because LeBron James' nuts is sitting on top of this nigga head, and LeBron James antagonized that situation, bro. He did that because he's looking at it like this. He like, damn, bro, I'm supposed to come back to Cleveland, and this is supposed to be about me. These niggas is getting ready to beat me for a second year in a row in the finals, and they finna be crowned as the greatest team of all time because they just got through winning 73 games, and this nigga is the unanimous MVP. He said, no, I got to stop this. So that's when because I had never seen LeBron James act like that on the court before, ever. You know what I mean? He always been, so that's what happened, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then, sure enough, Draymond Green gets suspended for game 5. Now people say, oh, well, they still had game 6 and game 7, but that game 5 is the game that altered the outcome of the series right there. Once they won game 5 and they got back into the series, and then game 6 is back in Cleveland, the momentum swung, bro. So it just was what it was. I give him credit for winning those last 2 games or whatever, but LeBron James knew what he was doing. You know what I mean? He bitched at the NBA, and then after in the press conference after game 4, gonna get in the media and be like, yeah, nobody calls me that. Nobody know. He called me a word that nobody. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, you mean to tell me ain't nobody on the court at no point in your career nigga ever was like, nigga, bitch ass nigga, KG talk hella shit. He just used that. That was his opportunity to say, I got to do something to try to get back in this series. This is going to fucking crush my legacy, man. Already got the Dallas Mavericks 2011, you know what I'm saying, when I fucking wilted, you know what I'm saying, and got my heart snatched out of my chest, you know what I'm saying? And then now I'm going to get beat by little ass Steph Curry twice in a row, and this nigga dominating the league? Oh, no, I can't have this. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Hey, NBA, y'all got to help me. Suspend one of them niggas. Suspend Draymond. Do something, man. Give me man, throw me a motherfucking bone. You know what I'm saying? That's what the fuck happened, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how I remember it. You know what I'm saying? And that's where my LeBron James hate started, right there at that point. Before then, I never had no problem with LeBron James. Right there is where it started. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, oh, this nigga don't want to win fair and square, bro. This nigga want to beat us when we not at full strength. He wants one of our key players to not be there, so that'll give him a better chance of winning. What type of competitor is that? Yeah, so I wasn't from that point on, I was done with LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh yeah, nah. You feel me? So I'm just saying, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just throw Julius Erving in there too while you at it. Julius Erving, look, I'm not putting Julius Erving over LeBron James, but Julius Erving is the top 15 player of all time. For sure. For sure. You know what I'm saying? If Curry wins again, a lot of people are going to start putting Curry over LeBron. Period, point blank. It's just what's going to happen. In my opinion, you can't compare LeBron to Curry, 2 different players. Yeah, they got 2 different styles, but as far as who's the greater player, you can totally compare them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you do rankings. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I understand what you're trying to say, but you definitely, Kevin Melton Jr. right on. Oh, I'm a for sure LeBron hater, man. Off the top. Let's go. LeBron James, you know what I mean, is not a friend of me. You feel me? It's beef for life, fam. Off the top. You feel me? So my top 10, Kevin Melton Jr. said, what's my top 10 list? So my top 10 is, so my first 5 go in this order: Jordan 1, Kobe 2, Magic 3, Kareem 4, Larry Bird 5. Then the last 10 gets kind of tricky, okay? I mean, the last 5 gets kind of tricky. So at number 6, for the sake of this conversation right here, right now, okay, I'm going to put LeBron James at number 6 because that's how I'm feeling right now, okay? So I'll put LeBron James at 6, okay? 7, probably Shaq. 8, Tim Duncan. 9, probably Bill Russell. 10, Steph Curry. 11, Hakeem or Wilt. 12, Hakeem or Wilt. 13, Isaiah. 14, Julius Erving or Oscar Robertson. 15, Julius Erving or Oscar Robertson. Then I start getting into, 16, maybe you can start thinking about throwing KD in there. I'll start thinking about throwing maybe Giannis in there or Jokic. And then you got to even start to think about some players that don't have championships, right? Like Karl Malone. Karl Malone, see, motherfuckers gonna act like, see, when I say these names, bro, motherfuckers, Karl Malone, bro. Karl Malone was the second all-time leading scorer after Kareem Abdul-Jabbar since he retired. And what was that, 04? You know what I'm saying? So, like, bro, Karl Malone was that nigga, bro. Charles Barkley. You know what I'm saying? Like, they in that, Dirk Nowitzki, you know what I mean? That's they all around that, you know what I mean? That area. But yeah, that would be my top 10. You know what I'm saying? Jordan, Kobe, Magic, Kareem, Bird, LeBron, Shaq, Tim Duncan, Bill Russell, or maybe Bill Russell before Tim Duncan, or maybe even Bill Russell before Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe Bill Russell at 6 and Shaq 7. And LeBron 7 and Shaq 8 and Tim Duncan 9 and Steph 10. I got, regardless of whoever I shift around, Steph is at number 10, period, point blank. He's at number 10. You know what I'm saying? Because he in my top 10 off the top. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, Wilt and Isaiah, Julius Erving, Oscar Robertson. Oh, forget about Moses Malone. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm telling y'all gotta do y'all research, bro. Hey. Steph is not a top 10 player of all time. Stop it. The fuck he ain't. The fuck he ain't. Winning championship number 4 and finally getting that finals MVP, that instantly put him, that put him right there at number 10. That bookmarked Kevin Durant. That's a championship before Kevin Durant and a championship after Kevin Durant. Come on, man. They were saying that Kevin Durant was the reason for them middle championships. He proved that was wrong. You know what I'm saying? He proved that nah. We gonna do this with or without him. You feel me? And it's still being proven to this day. We in the playoffs. The Suns ain't. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Durant sitting his nappy head ass at home. You feel me? So I'm just saying. So yeah, I mean that's your opinion. I'm not mad at it. But I'm just saying, for me, Steph is at number 10. He top 10 to me. That's off the top. Rondo is an underrated point guard. Rondo is a great point guard too. He ain't like he may be like a borderline Hall of Famer, but if you borderline, you might probably ain't. He probably is not a Hall of Famer, but he's an underrated point guard for sure. You know what I'm saying? He's simply the best or one of the best shooters of all time. Andrew Nimhart said he's simply the best or one of the best shooters of all time, and that's it. Who are you talking about? Steph Curry? He is the best shooter of all time. Ain't no doubts about that. Kevin Melton Jr. said, Andrew, what's your list? Who's your 10 over Curry? If you think Curry is just as good a shooter, you don't know ball, bro. Watch film on the nigga. He's one of the greatest offensive players ever. Steph Curry, listen, it's not just about shooting with Steph. Like, that's what he's known for. So that's what people want to, oh, no, he just shoot the ball. Bro, all you got to do is watch the games. Steph Curry is a fucking wizard out there, bro. Like, he do it all, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like handle like a motherfucker. Greatest shooter of all time. People act like he don't, bro. Steph Curry been driving to the basket. He don't just stand out there. That's where he made his name. So yeah, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm a sniper. You know what I mean? I got lasers on this motherfucker. I'm gonna shoot this motherfucker from way back here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. And that shit gonna work. Okay, that's where he said. He said, you talk too much about rings, dude. Is Ori better than LeBron? Bro, okay, look. Let me see. I'm going to show you this right here. Hold on. Let me see what I just said. I'm going to show you this right here. Right? Right here. Okay. People that say that's just, I just don't. Let me see. Let me see. Turn this around. So the whole rings is Ori, but like, look at this. Look at this right here. Okay. It's all about rings. Then Ori is better than Jordan. Look at this. Oh yeah. So they're saying, so you know, because people will say that, just like you just said, the dream. If it's all about rings, then Ori is better than Jordan. Look, 7 rings to 6 rings, but look at everything else. Finals MVPs 6-0. Season league MVPs 5-0. Olympic gold medals 2-0. Scoring titles 10-0. Steals leader 3-0. All NBA first team 10-0. All defensive first team 9-0. All star selection 14-0. So the point is, bro, like, come on, bro, like we gotta be real about this, bro. There's perspective to this shit. Yes, Robert Horry has 7 rings. He's not in the GOAT conversation, bro. Every ring that he got, he contributed to every ring that he got. But he's a role player, bro. He won his championships with Shaq, Kobe, Hakeem Olajuwon, Clyde Drexler, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and Manu Ginobili. Okay? And his coaches were fucking Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich. And in Houston, Rudy Tomjanovich. Okay? So, like, he hit big shots. He's known as he's an extremely clutch player. He had a lot of clutch shots. But come on, bro. It's context to it. You know what I'm saying? No, Ori is not, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's something to be said for him having those 6 rings for sure. But that's not that's we not being realistic when we say that, bro. When we like, oh well, Ori got 7, so if it's all about rings, then nah, bro. It's all about rings when it comes to the all-time greats. You know what I'm saying? That's just your opinion, but your opinion doesn't constitute as fact. Oh nah, I know my shit don't constitute as fact. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just giving mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving mine. You know what they say? Opinions is like what? Buttholes. You know what I mean? Everybody got one, big dog. You know what I'm talking about. I agree with the media overhypes players, including Curry. Is Curry overhyped? He get a lot of coverage, but it's well deserved. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's well deserved. It's well deserved. He drives up the ratings. You know what I'm saying? LeBron does too. But I just think it's a little bit of a difference. You know what I'm saying? Dude, it is a fact. Like I said, I feel he's amazing basketball IQ, off-ball movement, handling, finishing, etc. Steph is out of this world. Kids always saying someone doesn't know ball and they can barely hoop themselves. I ain't one of them. You know what I'm saying? I can hoop. So, you know what I'm saying? I can talk basketball because I play basketball. You know what I'm saying? I can still hoop. Mario Flores says, will OKC win it all? No, they won't. They won't win it all this year. No, they won't. They may get to the second, third round. You know what I'm saying? I definitely see them get to at least the second round. Western Conference Finals, I wouldn't, bet against it either, but you know what I'm saying? I don't think they're going to win the finals. Not this year. Donald Demetri says, Wilt, Kareem, Bill, Jordan, Larry, Kobe, Magic, Jerry West, Walt Frazier, Oscar. He said he got LaFlop at 11. LaFlop James. Hey, everybody know that boy be out there flipping and flopping. You know what I'm talking about? Sit up there acting like he reading books. Every time that nigga open a book, he on the first page. This stuff to go, but I asked who's the jet. Hakeem at 12. I disagree. Man, I know you was a Dream fan, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I know you got him higher than 12. You know what I mean? But, bro, you got to understand, bro, like, that's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some all-time greats, bro. To say you one of the top 12 players of all time, you know what I'm saying? I mean, damn. You know what I'm saying? That ain't a slight right there, big dog. You know what I'm saying? That's a motherfucking compliment. Kevin Melton said, don't downplay Steph's greatness, fam. We ain't doing that over here. Pistol Pete in your top 20. Nah, Pistol Pete ain't in my top 20, fam. but R.I.P. Pistol Pete, he was one of them niggas. Pistol Pete definitely top 50 all time. Off the top. He ain't in my top 20. He definitely in my top 50, though. But the thing about it is, bro, once you start getting to, see, I can definitely do a top 10. I can do a top 15. And I can even do possibly a top 20. Once you start getting to 25 and 30 and top 50 and all that, then it's like I'm out. You know what I mean? Because it's like I didn't lost. I mean, it's like after that, you know what I mean? I agree about the team hopping. That's why I stopped being a LeBron fan. I grew up in Ohio and I saw him play against us in high school. Okay. My top 20 is hard to argue against. Donald, Donald, you got a solid top 20, Donald. You got a solid top 20. Grow Thoughts said Kawhi Leonard is a problem healthy. That is facts. That's fucking facts right there. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was over for Kawhi for a minute there, man. I'm like, man, it's over for this nigga. When Kawhi is healthy, he's still that dude. You know what I'm saying? He's still that dude. That's crazy. You feel me? Yeah, let me see. They also brought in Ray Allen. Come on, man. Ray Allen. Bron played Kmart in high school and came back and won by 5 and was down by 14 at halftime. Oh, Bron was, that's when Bron was, you know what I mean? That's when he was really, you know what I mean? He was dominating them niggas in high school. Bron is all-time great, bro. Period. But he's still a bum at the same time. Kobe had all sorts of help. Get the fuck, bro. Go look at the, bro. Go look, bro. Got me started, man. Los Angeles Lakers 2009 roster. Nigga. This was the roster, bro, for the 2009 Lakers that beat the Orlando Magic in the finals when it was supposed to be LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, but he got bounced out in the second round by Dwight Howard and the Orlando Magic. That 2009 roster was Andrew Bynum, Jordan Farmar, Luke Walton, Shannon Brown, Lamar Odom, Sasha Vujacic, Pau Gasol, DJ Mbanga, Adam Morrison, Sun Yu, Kobe Bryant, Josh Powell, and Trevor Ariza. Okay? So, I mean, LeBron was over there with, it was LeBron, D-Wade, Bosh, Ray Allen. I mean, that's 4 Hall of Famers right there. On this 2009 Lakers team, he's playing with 1 Hall of Famer, Pau Gasol. And Pau Gasol is, see, in the basketball Hall of Fame, bro, it's not the NBA Hall of Fame. It's your whole basketball career. So Pau Gasol is one of the greatest European players of all time. So he gets credit for that. If it was just strictly NBA Hall of Fame, Pau Gasol might not be. He might be, but then again, he might not be. He's borderline. It's kind of like Donovan McNabb in the NFL. It's like he hadn't gotten into the Hall of Fame. He's not a Hall of Famer right now, but when you go back and look on his career, he's kind of like a borderline Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? He might get in down the line type shit, but that's what I'm saying. But all in all, I'll say that Pau Gasol is a Hall of Famer. So it was 1 other Hall of Famer, bro. Other than that, everybody else was role players. Lamar Odom was good for his era, and Trevor Ariza was a good 3-and-D player, okay, for them that year. Shannon Brown was just a role player, just, you know, he was a high flyer. Luke Walton was a role player. Andrew Bynum, he had his moments, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, bro. So to say, like, you know, Kobe had all this help, you know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. He didn't have the help that LeBron James had at all. Now, let's go to the 2010 Lakers roster. Come on now. Okay, it was basically the same team. And I forgot Derek Fisher too. But yeah, it was they had the same exact team. Oh, but they added Meta World Peace. They added Ron Artest. So that was the only. Everything else is the same. Shannon Brown, Kobe Bryant, Andrew Bynum, Jordan Farmar, Derek Fisher, Pau Gasol, DJ Mbanga, Adam Morrison, Lamar Odom, Josh Powell, Sasha Vujacic, Luke Walton, and Meta World Peace. And this is the team in 2010 that beat Rondo, Paul Pierce, KG, and Ray Allen in the finals. Kobe was going against all four of them. So come on, man. Like that. Listen, look at this. That 2010 team that Kobe Bryant beat in the finals, LeBron James lost to. LeBron James lost to that same team. Kobe Bryant beat him. So what are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about? LeBron James went to 10 straight finals in the East during the worst era of Eastern Conference basketball. I mean, the absolute worst. It was no competition for him over there. I'm sorry. I forgot about that my damn self. So, man, miss me with all that. All that Kobe had all sorts of help. Not only did he not have all sorts of help, okay, he got it done anyway, and he was beating teams in the playoffs that were 60 wins and in the high 50s. And go back and look at how many 50 and 60 win teams Kobe Bryant beat in the playoffs to win them championships. You feel me? It was a lot of them. When LeBron James was beating up on 30 and 40 win teams that when he was the first and second seed with with D Wade and Chris Bosh, okay, which was the Heatles at that time. They sitting up there playing. Who did they play one year, bro, in the first round? And the team was like 37 and 45. It was the Bobcats, nigga. When it was the Charlotte Bobcats. These motherfuckers was an 8th seed at 37 and 45, and that was the opening matchup for the Miami Heat that had LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. Fuck out of here, bro. There was no competition for him over there, bro. Like LeBron James' biggest competition in the East at that time, bro, was the Atlanta. I remember the Atlanta Hawks had a few years where they was dope, where they had like Al Horford and Teague and Joe Johnson and fucking Josh Smith. You know what I'm saying? And I remember one year all four of them made the All-Star team and shit, and they got bounced out by the Heat, and they got swept by the fucking Heat in the second round. You know what I'm saying? And then Toronto, the Raptors, when they had fucking Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan, man, please. Now, and then, okay, the Indiana Pacers, when they had Paul George and Roy Hibbert, those was some good. That was like the first time that they ever seen some competition throughout the whole playoffs in the Eastern Conference Finals, when they ran into the Indiana Pacers, when they had fucking Paul George and Lance Stevenson and Roy Hibbert and fucking Frank Vogel was the head coach. You feel me? There was no competition over there, bro. But then, you know, they had to then Boston. Boston was there too. I can't forget about Boston, but Boston was more towards the end of their shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, nah, bro. Like Kobe got it out the mud, bro. I'm sorry. Stayed with one team his whole career. Went down with the team, then came back up. They said he couldn't win without Shaq. Not only did he win without Shaq, he went to 3 straight finals and won back-to-back and has more rings than Shaq. So that proves it. You can't go back in history and take take Shaq off of those teams for him to prove that he proved it when he won the championships without him after. You know what I'm saying? That's what proves it. That proved how great he was. You know what I'm saying? So that validates the first three. You know what I'm saying? That says, okay, it's the same thing with Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. Once he got that fourth ring, and so that means a ring after Kevin Durant and a ring before Kevin Durant, the ring after it just validated to say, okay, if Kevin Durant never came over here, we was going to still do us. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. That's all we know. I was like, oh, well, they would have never won them 2 rings. Well, even if you take those 2 rings away that we won with Kevin Durant, then we still got 2. How many do he got? He don't got nothing. So, you know what I'm saying? Like these arguments that these people, I don't be understanding what these people be talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? Kobe had great role players. He has solid role players, bro. But I'm just saying, when you now that we have history to look back on in context, like, come on, bro. LeBron James had like many all-star teams, bro. Then he went back to Cleveland. Him, Kyrie, Kevin Love. Motherfucker won't talk shit about Kevin Love, bro. Kevin Love was over there in Minnesota putting up damn near Wilt Chamberlain numbers, nigga, 40 and 20. Nigga, he was putting up like Jokic numbers in Minnesota, nigga. You feel me? The reason why is because every time a star player comes to play with LeBron James, they got to dumb they shit down. So then they look like the worser player, you know what I'm saying? Because they got to dumb they shit down. It happened with Chris Bosh. It happened with Kevin Love. It happened with fucking Russell Westbrook when he came up to play with you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it just happens. It happened with it's somebody else that it happened to with too. You know what I'm saying? Where like you're not the same player, bro, when you go play with it happened to Anthony Davis too, somewhat. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Anthony Edwards is Michael Jordan 2.0 with a way better 3-point shot. I'm weary of throwing Michael Jordan's name out there, bro, with any of these players, bro. Like because the thing is, you got to win, bro. Like, if you want to legitimately be compared to Michael Jordan, you have to win. Like, you just got to do it. Anthony Edwards sat up there in the Western Conference Finals after the fucking series last year and admitted to the motherfucking media talking about, I'm tired. I'm just too tired, man. It wasn't on too tired with Michael Jordan, bro. So I get it. He kind of favors him a little bit. They kind of resemble each other. His game, dude, he kind of look like my, but nah, nah, bro, nah, he ain't Michael Jordan, big dog. Any man, Def got potential. We top 20. We'll put him top 20 right now. Kobe didn't win another one till Paul Gasol. Man, bro, like that's just a little bit of help. Like, that's not like go back and look at like Paul Gasol wasn't like dominating nothing, bro. He was a good player for his and Kobe still had to like toughen him up a little bit and yell at him a little bit to get, you know what I'm saying? In that first finals in 08, when they lost against the Celtics, he kind of got punked a little bit. You feel me? So come on, man. Like we comparing apples to oranges. Okay, even if you want to give Kobe Bryant Paul Gasol, this nigga LeBron got nigga like 2-3 Hall of Famers with him at all times. I mean, damn. You supposed to be the GOAT, bro. Why you need all these niggas? Why you need all the good players on your team? Why you want to make it so lopsided? You know what I'm saying? So where it's so easy for you to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't respect that. You know what I mean? Kobe got it out the mud. He got it out the mud, big dog. You know what I'm saying? He put a little bit of pressure on them niggas in the middle 2000s. Like, hey, listen, man. Y'all need to get me somebody over here, man. Come on, man. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? I need somebody. I mean, damn. Y'all got me playing with motherfucking Kwame Brown and Smush Parker. Kwame Brown and Smush Parker. And that was those was prime Kobe years. The 81 point years. Nigga. When they was giving the MVPs to Steve Nash. And in 06, Kobe should have won that MVP. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to take away nothing from Steve Nash. He was an all-time great player. You know what I'm saying? He won it, so it's all good. But come on now. Come on, man. So, yeah, like I wanted with LeBron James. LeBron James can barely win with fucking all Hall of Famers. I want to see what the fuck he would have did with Kwame Brown and Smush Parker. You feel me? The Kings were cheated. Rodman elevated Pippen and MJ. Bullshit. That's bull fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Rodman's career was basically like, you got to remember, before Dennis Rodman came to the Bulls, he was with the San Antonio Spurs. His shit was like they was getting ready to run him out the league because he was just running. They didn't fuck with him in San Antonio. It was like, dude, this guy's he's fucking lunatic. This guy's fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? This nigga was doing all type of wild ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So they straightened him up and got his name back right. You know what I'm saying? To feel feels like, yeah, it's all good. I got this nigga. Come on, bring him over here. You know what I'm saying? He can help us win. You know what I'm saying? So he can't help us win. But Robin did not elevate Pippen and MJ. They elevated him. He was still an all-time great. He was still an all-time great defender and all that shit. But nah, he elevated them as far as like he helped make the team better and shit. Yeah, I give you that. But like, nah, bro, like they if Rodman wouldn't have been there for those 3 years, this is just my opinion, I still feel like they still win those championships. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Jordan was that great, bro. Like, this shit was like, this was ridiculous. The Kings were cheated. I mean, it depends on what you're going off of. People on different things at all times list, but I feel like you can just MJ won with Ron Harper. Ron was a 20-point per game scorer before he played with MJ. Bro. Like, dude, that was before. That was when he was younger, before injuries, when he was with the Clippers and all that, bro. Like, bro, Jordan would have been able to do what he did, bro, without Ron Harper, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, that's like he would have just did that. You know what I'm saying? He would have just still been able to do that, man. You feel me? Said Mike hit 6 threes in the championship game against Portland. Bro was a mid-range king that could shoot the three in an era where coaches benching you for that. Straight up. Like, Mike always rose to the occasion, bro. So, you know how nowadays in the playoffs, you'll have a great player, but they may have like a bad game, or just seem like they just didn't come to play. You're like, how the fuck? It's a playoff. How you like, the thing about Michael Jordan is he basically, like, in the playoffs, he never had a bad game, bro. He never played bad. Now, I'm sure you can go back and find some games in the playoffs where the stats don't look, where he probably had a bad shooting game or something like that. But what I mean, bro, is that he always came to play, bro. Like, it wasn't no, the energy is low this game, or like how these players be, they have a bad game and but they're gonna come back the next game. Man, Jordan never had a bad game. Not in the playoffs. After he was winning championships, he didn't have no bad games. You know what I'm saying? I agree about that. When Bron said that, it's crazy. Yeah. But MJ did the same exact thing against Andrew said, I agree with what you're saying now. Yeah, it's man, we gonna, bro, that's what be fun about this shit, bro. It's just sports. It's just sports banter, sports debate. We gonna agree about some things. We gonna disagree about other things, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what make this shit fun. You feel me? I love this sports shit. MJ did the same thing against the Pistons. What you mean he did the same thing against the Pistons? LeBron chased. My bad, because I'm hella far behind in the chat, bro. Like, LeBron chased every ring. Bro, LeBron chased every ring. That's my whole point. Elliot Roseman said LeBron chased every ring he has. Every ring, bro. That's all I'm saying. It's like he thirsty for the shit. You know what I'm saying? And this is one thing I will say. This is where I kind of give him a little bit of a break, and players up to date. It's because there's so much pressure on winning, the media and fans, and it's like, if you don't have a ring, like, you just a piece of shit. So they put so much pressure on getting the ring that these motherfuckers is like, bro, I got to do whatever the fuck I got to do to win some championships. Otherwise, they gonna say I'm a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I give him a little break on that. But Jordan is the one that set that, because this is another thing. A lot of the narratives and a lot of way motherfuckers talk now, that, like, bro, there wasn't, like, when I was growing up, you know what I'm saying, in the 90s, 2000, watching, like, it wasn't no GOAT talk like how it is now. Like there, like, before Jordan, there wasn't no talk about, like, nobody ever talked about, oh, Kareem is the GOAT, or Magic is the GOAT, or Larry Bird is the GOAT, or Wilt Chamberlain is the GOAT. I mean, I'm sure maybe in certain way, but it wasn't a huge talking point at all. Another thing that wasn't a huge talking point when I was growing up was finals MVPs. It didn't matter who won the finals MVP. It was, if you won a championship, you won a champion. Like, the finals MVP was secondary. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was about who won the championship. And then whoever won the finals MVP, that's just, okay, that dope. You was the finals MVP. But when KD came to the Warriors, they made the finals MVP a thing, or it really started when Andre Iguodala won the finals MVP, and Steph should have won it. You know what I'm saying? So, but a lot of talking points was not, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of, like, so there was no, so, like, Jordan wasn't chasing nothing. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't chasing nothing. It wasn't no GOAT he was chasing. He wasn't doing nothing. That's the reason why he retired. That's the reason why he retired after winning the first 3 rings, back to back. Because it was like, damn, this shit too easy. I need to go do something else. Like, y'all motherfuckers don't understand how gangster that is. And for anybody that knows sports and know professional baseball, so this nigga won 3 championships in a row, retired, bro, went to go play a whole different sport, my nigga, and baseball at that. Out of the 3 major American sports, baseball, basketball, and football, baseball is probably the hardest as far as hitting a ball, putting a bat on a ball. It's much easier to throw and catch a football or shoot or dribble a basketball than to put a bat on a baseball that's being thrown at your ass 90 miles. Not even if you get hit, just to put the bat on the ball for a regular human being is a success. That's like it's hard to do that. Like motherfuckers don't understand like how hard it is to hit a baseball, bro. That's coming at your ass 90 miles per hour, even if it's just 80 miles an hour, let alone 90 or 100 miles an hour. That's one of the most, it's the most difficult thing you can do, bro. He went to go do that. Then came back to the NBA and won 3 more in a row. That's just gangster, bro. Not only that, when Jordan won those three-peats, those were the first three-peats in 30 years. Nobody had three-peated since the Celtics in the 60s. So that's how dominant this man was, bro. Magic never three-peated. He went back-to-back, but never three-peated. Bird never three-peated. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else had ever three-peated since Bill Russell's Celtics, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's only 3 three-peats in the modern times. Jordan got 2 of them. The other one is the great Kobe and Shaq Lakers. You know what I'm saying? So that tells you what, like, you know what I'm saying? That's all you need to know, bro. Jordan was just on a whole nother level, bro. Like, it's just a whole nother level. And he did all that shit in like 13 years, bro. Like, straight up. MJ begged the NBA commissioner to put an end the way the Pistons play ball. Look at the chat, bruh. No cap, Jada Reed chat. Exactly. Brian has a bunch of puppets in the industry. Bill Lambier is the GOAT. MJ did the same thing. You don't know what you're talking about when you speaking on MJ, bruh. Just saying. MJ did the same thing like what? When Kobe passed, a lot of sucker shit started happening. Definitely a lot of sucker shit started happening when Kobe passed. True. As soon as Kobe passed, they stopped talking about him as a GOAT. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get why, like, they act like it's so fucking, like, if you like Kobe just is not on LeBron's level. And I'm like, dude, why it's all the media members though that say that. NBA players choose Kobe. But you know, it is what it is. He kept people accountable and definitely spoke his mind when it came to the game. James fighting with Stephen A. Yeah, it's ridiculous. We're gonna talk about how much Hall of Famers Curry played with too. Listen. The only Hall of Famer that is qualified to be talked about in that light is Kevin Durant. Yes, Klay Thompson is going to be a Hall of Famer. And yes, Draymond Green is going to be a Hall of Famer. They made themselves that, though. It is not the same, bro. It is not the same. When I say LeBron James played with Hall of Famers, I'm saying he played with players that were already established as great players in the league. Klay Thompson and Draymond Green grew into what they grew into. They wasn't already established like that. You know what I'm saying? What makes Klay Thompson and Draymond Green Hall of Famers is the fact that they got championships. Without championships, Draymond Green is not a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James played with players that without championships, they're still Hall of Famers. Carmelo Anthony, Russell Westbrook, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, Luka Doncic, Anthony Davis. I mean, Ray Allen. What the fuck are we talking about, bro? Like, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? It's not the same, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. Klay Thompson and Draymond Green are going to be Hall of Famers because of the championships. You feel me? And they contributed to all of them. They don't have them without them. But their individual statistics don't just get them into the Hall of Fame. They go into the Hall of Fame because they were a part of a dynastic trio that won 4 championships and a part of a dynasty, and they had legendary moments. Klay Thompson got some of the most legendary moments in playoff history. Game 6 Klay. You know what I'm saying? But just his numbers alone don't get him into the Hall of Fame. So it's not the same. As a younger guy, 2010, the greatest four players I've ever saw are LeBron, Curry, Kobe, Jokic. Kobe was a whole different animal. Kobe, to me, that's why I got him number 2, bro. Like Kobe was ridiculous, bro. Like I seen Kobe do this shit over and over and over and over again. Game when it ran, when the game was close, I'm like, bro, they gonna get the ball to Kobe, they gonna win the game, bro. Like Kobe was on another level, bro. Ronnie is below average G League player. Straight up. Straight up. Bronny trash, bro. Bronny don't deserve to be in the league. He's definitely not. He's average like 17. Bronny is above average. Exactly. The man die lot said, you speaking Jada right on. This league of ours like you played in the league. Love it. Donald, what are you saying? Michael was a whole different animal back in the day. Everybody team had shot blockers. He was, come on. Like, bro, like they don't understand, bro, like the difference of like how open the game is now, bro, and how like I'm sorry, bro, like you got these like it's certain players I be looking, I'm like, how's this motherfucker averaging 25, 26? Like it's some players that's in the league right now that, bro, in the 90s, bro, they wouldn't have been averaging what they averaging now, bro. They just wouldn't have been doing it, bro. Like it's just like the league then opened it up so much to where it's such an offensive game now. You know what I'm saying? Like similar to what the NFL has did. You know what I'm saying? It's an offensive game. You know what I'm saying? Because they won't scoring. You feel me? Yeah, Adam Silver is trash. Yeah, I be, you know, hey, I be having some wild takes. You know what I mean? I know, but you know what I'm saying? I got facts behind all my shit, or at least I can explain every one of my takes and why I feel that way. Man, MJ ain't cried about no damn Pistons. MJ ain't cried about nothing. MJ and cry don't go in the same sentence. MJ ain't cried about nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, MJ ain't cried about a damn thing. MJ went through them. Like, after every loss, shook their hand and all that. Like, MJ ain't cried about no damn Pistons. You feel me? What did he do? He got stronger in the offseason so that way he can be able to withstand the physical punishment that he was going through by driving the ball down there every time he played against them. All he did was got better. You feel me? Okay, Kevin Melton said no specific order. Jordan, Kobe, Bron, Kareem, Magic, Bird, Timmy, Curry, Shaq, Wilt. That's a great list. You know what I'm saying? Hakeem was putting in big work. Horrible top 20. Andrew said you got a horrible top 20, Donald. Kevin Melton, I like your top 10. Rockets got their ring when Mike retired for 2 years. Yes, sir. That's the only reason why they got it. Now, shout out to, you know, Hakeem Olajuwon. I know Dream don't like to hear that, but it ain't nothing but the facts. Why am I to think any otherwise? He won 3 in a row, retired, came back, won 3 more in a row. Why am I to think that the 2 middle years that they wouldn't have won the championships if he would have never retired? I have nothing to, all the facts, everything tells me that they would have won those too. So that's just what I believe. We'll never be able to prove it, but that's just what I believe. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Andrew said, in his opinion, it's not only about rings. I'm not saying it's only about rings. I'm saying that's the very most important thing, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you see, because, bro, the reason why you play well and you put up, like, Jordan was doing what he had to do to win. He wasn't doing it to say, hey, look at me, I had a 50-point game. You know what I'm saying? He was doing what he felt he had to do to win the game, because winning is the most important. So if I got to score 60, I'm going to go score 60. If I only score 25, I only score 25 this game. But it's all because I'm trying to win. So that's, you know what I'm saying? So no, you got to have statistics to go along with. That's how you win. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying winning is the most important, bro. Winning is the most important thing. So, you feel me? If Steph Curry play the Rockets tomorrow and he scores 13 points, but they win, I'm good. Steph Curry is my favorite player. Sure, I would love him to score 35, 40 points and give us a show. You know what I'm saying? But I want to win over everything else. That's just me. That's just me. I'm about winning, bro. I don't care about your stats. It's not that I don't care about your stats, but it's not that I don't care about your stats. It's just that if you have all of these good stats in a loss, what the fuck do it mean? You lost, nigga. True, I do agree. He does performative measures. Loaded True said, Jada, it is what it is, folks. Off top. LeBron isn't risking the career or his bag. LeBron is fake. He's a fake motherfucker. He's a fake motherfucker. I see through all the shit. You know what I'm saying? Shaq might not even be above Hakeem. So look, Andrew, I struggle with that too, right? Because on my all-time list, I have Shaq ranked above Hakeem, but my personal favorite is Hakeem. And not only that, they actually went up head-to-head. And Hakeem basically wiped the floor with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, Shaq wanted no parts of him. Now, Shaq, go look at the numbers. He did his thing. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, Shaq didn't have a bad series. Hakeem was too experienced and just too, he was too skilled. You know what I'm saying? The Orlando Magic, they just wasn't. Hakeem used and abused that boy. So I struggle with that. Like, damn, how can I have Shaq ranked above Hakeem on the all-time list? But I kind of feel like Hakeem was a better player. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Shaq do got more rings. Somebody said Curry fake. Curry ain't never been fake. You know what I'm saying? Andrew is young saying this shit. And Shaq lost to the Pistons. So Curry made the game all about shooting the three in the transition game. Add me to the live. How do I don't know how to add. I don't know, man. I'm gonna figure that out. I'm gonna figure out how to add people to the live. I know this is what I do know. When I'm setting up the live, like when you got to go there and write the title and the description and all that, they have an option there that says go live with. So you can go live with somebody, but I think you got to do it from the start. But it's a way that you can do it during the live too, because I see people do it all the time. But I think they might be doing it from an alternative like streaming thing, like StreamYard or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I just got to figure all that out. I ain't got all that. I ain't got that far yet. Steph code is for very true. Steph stayed with his team too. Curry has a better career than Bron. I agree. I would take, I understand LeBron and the overall counting stats. LeBron has a great career, all-time great career. I'm not saying he don't, but me personally, I would take Steph Curry's career. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Bro, stop crying. I'm not here. They on Kobe nuts. Andrew, how many rings y'all got? Andrew just wanted. Kobe was 19, averaging 30. Kobe wasn't averaging 30 at 19. LeBron think he's an NBA Tom Brady, and he's not. Period. That's facts. D-Man die lot. That's facts. This man think he Tom Brady or something. Boy, your ass ain't no Tom Brady. Tom Brady got more wins than losses, boy. Okay? Tom Brady actually did some historic shit. You know what I'm saying? Down 28-3. Came all the way back. Not only that, they was trying to say Bill Belichick deserved most of the credit for the dynasty. He said, oh, yeah, hold my beer. I'm finna go over here with this other team that didn't even make the playoffs last year, and we finna win the Super Bowl in my first motherfucking year, and it's gonna be my 7th Super Bowl. And oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna beat Patrick Mahomes in doing it. Stop playing with Tom Brady, bro. Like these niggas be, man. I just don't get it, man. Like, yes, they be why they do this shit. Yeah, nah, for real. D-Man Diala says he will never be looked at as anything other than a team hopping journeyman who was handed everything by the league. Period, point blank. They said, well, we know who gonna, them fanboys, you know what I'm saying? The fanboys gonna make sure the fanboys gonna make sure they look at him. That's their God, you know what I'm saying? So outside of them, but they don't count, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Lil Booty was team jumping. Come on, man. We know Lil Butt James be bouncing around the league like a motherfucking prostitute. You feel me? Did Shaq team hop? Good question. Did Shaq team hop? I would say during his prime years, no. But once it became like after Miami, once he left the Heat, yeah, he was doing some team hopping after that. Because everywhere he was going, it was like, oh, I'm the last piece to winning the champ. Because he was like known for winning championships. You know what I'm saying? So it was like when he went to the Suns, to the Phoenix Suns, it was like that's when Steve Kerr was the general manager over there. Went to the Suns, and you know he went over there and going like this to the crowd, like we finna get this ring and all that. So you know what I mean? Because it was like, oh, Shaq's here. When Shaq comes, rings come, type shit. You know what I'm saying? But then he went to Cleveland, then he went to Boston, and yeah, and then when he went to Cleveland to play with LeBron, it was supposed to be, yeah, I'm the last piece that LeBron need to get over the hump and all that. So he was team hopping at the end. He was team hopping at the end. You know what I'm saying? But it's different though, because it's still different because he was at the end of the ropes. Like, you know what I mean? It's one thing when you still looked at as like how LeBron James is looked at. Shaq was coming down. You know what I'm saying? His last good years was in Miami. And even in Miami, that was Dwayne Wade's team. You know what I'm saying? So, but he was still a certain level player that was still great. He just wasn't as great as he was with the Lakers and with Orlando. You feel me? But after Miami, once he left Miami, that was it. He wasn't, you know what I'm saying? So he did team hop, but the teams probably didn't want his motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? So he had the team hop. You feel me? Do say Dubs and 6 off the top. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna pull a Shannon Sharp. Hot Pockets, Out of Pocket, Houston Rockets, Wall Socket, Dubs and 5. We not talking about Shaq, bro. We talking about the guy that holds the keys to the league right now, and he fumbling the bag. Fumbling it. Straight fumbling. And Jada, did Shaq team hop? Okay, yeah, I just said that. D-Man, yo, Jada, you saying that you all right, let me see what y'all saying, bro. My bad. I'm gonna come all the way live now. I was way back there. Okay, Muggsy Bow. Okay. Shaq was in his 3rd year. Hakeem had a 10 under because you didn't. Hey, man, but look. All right. So let me Steph Curry, Oreo McFlurry, I'm in a hurry. Rockets, he said Steph Curry, Oreo McFlurry, I'm in a hurry. Yeah, shit. Hey, it's gonna be a good one though. Curry was small as fuck as a rookie. Yeah, and Curry is damn near a cone without. Now, look, if you've been like the thing about Steph Curry on defense is that no, he's not he's not a great defender, but he's not a bad defender either. Especially if you've been watching the Warriors and Steph Curry since like the pandemic year afterwards. Like Steph Curry he's a solid defender now. He's not a great defender, but he is not a bad defender at all. Earlier in his career, he was a bad defender. But I don't think he wasn't a bad defender. He was a bad defender because he's just small and like he just didn't have the athleticism and agility and quickness defensively but he's figured it out. But I don't think it was he never been like a Luka or something, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, yeah, at the beginning, but Steph Curry has drastically improved his defense. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he ain't no great defender, but he's not a bad defender either. Period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you've been watching, you know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to watch the games, though. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go off what people say. Because people just going off of the reputation of he's known for not being a good defender. But if you actually watch him play and watch the games in games that are really important, high leverage moments, they not just, they you know what I'm saying? They not just, you know, um, using and abusing him like that. Like they used to. Like they used to like to hunt him down. You feel me? Curry wouldn't have lasted, bro. Also, if he was in the 90s, he wouldn't be a shooter he is. So I'm gonna say this. When it comes to all-time greats, or really any player, I disagree with the whole notion of a certain player wouldn't have been able to. Things would have been different. So, for example, they say, "Oh, Steph Curry wouldn't have been able to do what he, what he, what he's doing now in the '80s or the '90s or whatever." Right? Just what people got to understand, bro. No, he probably wouldn't be the same because it was a different time. Like what I disagree with is they say, oh, because he was so small, or like they try to say like he was a soft player, or you know what I mean, or whatever, that he would have like, bro, you gotta understand, if he was from that era, for one, I totally disagree. He would be able to play in any era because whatever era that you in, that's the era you grow up in. See, when people say that, they're saying that as if you could take a player from now and just drop them into the previous times. You can't do that. You got to take into consideration the fact that if you take Steph Curry and you put him in the 80s, he's going to be like, he's going to adapt to that era. So not he's not going to play exactly how he played now then. You know what I mean? Some things would be similar, you know what I'm saying? But he would be like, he totally would be able to play in any era. Now, if you want to take the rule, like if you want to take the player from today and drop that person in history, then yeah, but it wouldn't. That's not realistic. You know what I'm saying? Because it wouldn't happen like that. You know what I mean? Just like the same way, like if it was an older player, you put them nowadays, you know what I'm saying? They would play how, like for example, let's take Hakeem Olajuwon, for example. Somebody like Hakeem Olajuwon in today's game, he would be a three-point shooter. He would be a big that shoots threes. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the today's players do. That's what the today's bigs do. Everybody shoot threes. So that's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, He said he said Curry would still get cooked back then, but only from the outside. They would cook him in the lane. You know what I'm saying? But it's good conversation to have. You know what I'm saying? All right, so man, I done got all off track. I'm finna end this live pretty soon. My bad, y'all, but I want to go after I want to go I already previewed and gave my prediction for all the games that happened today. So for half of the series. So I said the Knicks will beat the Pistons in 6. I said that the Timberwolves will beat the Lakers in 6. I said that the Pacers will beat the Bucks in 6. And I'm saying that the who's the other series? That the Denver Nuggets are going to beat the Clippers in 6. Okay. So now let me get to the other side. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go Warriors Rockets first. Bam. I got the Warriors in 6. You know what I mean? 5 or 6. I'm going to go 6, though. I'm going to give them a little respect. You know what I mean? I'm going to go Warriors in 6. Dope season. You know what I'm saying? Dope season that the Houston Rockets didn't have. But, you know what I mean? Maybe next year, you know what I'm saying, they can go a little farther. I just think, you know what I mean? It's all getting ready to come to an end. You know what I mean? We on a mission with Jimmy Butler. So I got the Warriors in 6, you know what I'm saying? Game 1 tomorrow or today now. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens with that. That's gonna be a dope series though. Dylan Brooks versus Draymond Green. You know what I mean? It's gonna be contentious. Ime Udoka ain't no punk. He gonna be doing, you know what I mean? He gonna be talking his shit. You feel me? Yeah. So okay. And then what else? What else do I want to say about this shit? Celtics and 76ers have the worst fans in the NBA. Celtics and 76ers. Talking about the fan. That's the Pistons fans' fault. Steven Jackson. What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about, bro? Beat the Pistons in 6. Danny, not really. Jordan not chasing Curry, bro. I'm sorry. I may be a little biased in saying that, but I don't care. You want to talk about beat? Malice in the Palace. Y'all had the ultimate beaters. He's not chasing Curry. That's the one biased statement I made the whole time. Everyone else fast. Steven Jackson, straight woman beater. Ron Artest, woman and man beater. That's the Pistons fan fault for throwing beers at Steven Jack and Ron Artest. Them niggas wasn't playing. The Celtics and the Sixers got the worst fan base in the NBA. I think it's the Lakers. But I heard I don't know. I heard about the Jazz. I heard the Utah Jazz got some, you know what I'm saying? They got some rowdy motherfuckers. I said if Jordan guarded Curry in the 90s, Curry would be so mad he would go home and beat his wife. Jordan would do good on Curry. I would say that because Jordan was I believe that 96 Jordan team would beat either the 2016 Warriors that lost in game 7 of the final or that 2017 Warriors team with KD. I think, because people, they had KD and Steph and Clay and Draymond. True indeed. That's an all-time great team. But with the Bulls, bro, you had, imagine you being defended by Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Ron Harper, and Dennis Rodman. Like, bro, like, they would have put Jordan on Curry. Pippen would have guarded KD. Ron Harper would have guarded Clay. He would have just took the ball from Clay. You know what I'm saying? He would have just took it from him. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I believe the Bulls win that. No. So I'm not. So no. So when you say great, are you like? So Ron Harper was a great player, yes, but he was great on the level of like yeah, Ron Harper was dope. But I'm saying like he wasn't great like a all-time great. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. Oh, but a great defender? Oh, hell fucking yeah. Oh, hell fucking yeah. And early in his career, young in his career, yeah, he was a dog. He was always a dog, but I mean, he was putting up them points. You know what I'm saying? But by the time he got to the Bulls, bro, he was more of just like a piece and a role player. You know what I'm saying? No, that is help. That's help. But I'm saying my opinion is that is help. But I'm saying that my opinion is that if Ron Harper never came over there, bro, Jordan would have still won them championships. That's just me. That's just so. Hey, that's just how I feel about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, Kobe was Kobe. Man, Bron, bro, like, bro, this is what I mean. So you say Bron had no help before he went to the Heat. My thing is, my opinion, this is what I'm saying like this. Before LeBron James, there was really no talk about a player like needing help. They just won with who they had. You know what I'm saying? Now, Kobe put a little pressure on the Lakers in the 2000s after Shaq had left. So I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But he was just saying, damn, my nigga, I got Smush Parker and Kwame Brown out here, my nigga. Like, I know I'm good, but I mean, I ain't that motherfucking good. Jordan might not even be able to win with these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying before LeBron, bro, it wasn't no talk about, I never heard nobody say, Magic need more help. Bird need more help. Well, I mean, both Magic and Bird is a little bit before my time, but I'm just saying, you know, in the 90s, I never heard Hakeem need more help. Shaq need more help. Kobe need more help. You know, Charles Barkley need more help. You know what I'm saying? Hakeem need more help. I never heard that. They didn't. That wasn't a thing. Like, that wasn't a thing, bro. If you won, you won. And if you lost, they criticized you. They knew you were still good, but you know what I'm saying? You had to come back and had to try again and be better. That's all I'm saying. So I disagree with the whole thing about LeBron didn't have help before the Heat. I just disagree, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you winning, like, bro, he had multiple teams in back-to-back years. They won 60 games, bro. They went to the finals. They got, like, they underachieved, bro. They didn't underachieve because he didn't have, like, he didn't like show up like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, they was talking about Delonte West was fucking a nigga mama. You know what I'm saying? This nigga quit on the team. Nigga, let they said that they was fucking Kobe Bryant mama. He would have been like, I'll handle that shit after the fact. You know what I'm saying? But we got to go win this game. That's how hardcore Kobe was, nigga. You could have been like, yeah, Delonte West fucking your mama, Kobe. That nigga would have been like, nigga, what? All right. After we get this win, I'm finna handle that shit. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Like, he wouldn't have, that shit wouldn't have been like, you know what I mean? That wouldn't have affected him like that. This nigga was fighting the whole fucking rape case, nigga. This nigga was in court in the morning, and by the evening, this nigga was playing against the Detroit Pistons in the NBA Finals, nigga. I mean, that's nigga Mamba mentality right there. LeBron James would never been able to. Nigga, you got punked by the little ass JJ Barea. This nigga was getting guarded by JJ Barea and averaged like 2 points in 4 or 5 consecutive fourth quarters. Come on, man. Stop it. Okay. LeBron's 2009 roster. I'm not saying. Okay, look. Let's look. Let's look. Okay. Okay. Cleveland Cavaliers 2009 roster. Let's go 08, 09 first. Listen, the 2008, 2009 Cleveland Cavaliers, they were 66-16. They won 66 games, bro. Okay? So, when they was winning them 66 games, what nobody's saying, oh, he need more help. That's all I'm saying. When he lose, he need more help. But while he winning, ain't no talk about the help. That's all I'm saying. You feel me? They won 66 games, bro. Okay? So let's look at the roster. Now, I know he probably has some trucks on the roster. You feel me? Boobie Gibson, okay? Boobie Gibson, I understand how we look at him now. At that time, he was solid. But okay, I'm not gonna overdo it. Okay. Boobie Gibson, JJ Hickson, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, Darnell Jackson, LeBron James, Trey Johnson, Terrence Kinsey, Sasha Pavlovich, Joe Smith, Wally Zerbiak, Anderson Varejao, Ben Wallace, because after Ben Wallace left the Pistons, Delonte West, Jawd Williams, Mo Williams, Lorenzen Wright. So I will give you some credit and to say that those teams weren't. Yeah, okay. So RD Sanity said Gibson was solid. Yeah, yes, at that time he was solid, bro. He was solid at that time. Solid don't mean he a Hall of Famer. I'm not saying he a Hall of Famer, but Boobie Gibson during those Cleveland Cavaliers runs for those few years, bro, he was a solid player. And Mo Williams was a borderline all-star one of them years. But I'm saying I give y'all credit in that this Cleveland Cavaliers team is not very good as far as the roster. I give you that. You know what I'm saying? No, fuck no. Smush Parker is not in the same level as Boobie Gibson. Fuck that. Let's go look at Boobie Gibson and Smush Parker career numbers. Let me see. Hold on. Let me look at that season. Look. Okay. That year, the year where they won 66 games, he averaged 7 points. He averaged almost 8 points. You know what I'm saying? But the year before that, he averaged 10. He was double digits with it. This is all I'm saying. I remember Boobie Gibson in the playoffs those years. And when they were having good moments, when they won the first round, and I remember him hitting some threes and shit, man. I just remember that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying playoffs. Okay, now. So, all right. Now let's look at Smush Parker. But I don't give a damn what the stats say. Boobie Gibson is at least a notch higher than Smush Parker. Fuck that shit. Smush Parker, this guy right here. Okay. In 06, 07, he averaged 11 points. 05, 06, he averaged 11 points. And he played all 82 games both of those years, right? But every other year before or after that, this nigga only played 5 games. This nigga played 5 games in 05, 11 games in okay. No, he played 16 games in 05, 82 in 06, 82 in 07, then 9, what the fuck? Then okay, they splitting it up. So he played 9 with the Heat and 19 with the Clippers. But it's still only like 20-something games. This nigga was always hurt. Smush Parker was trash, man. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying, big dog. This boy was straight butt cheeks, fam. Smush got run. He was solid. He turned it back on me. He turned the solid word back on me. You know what I'm saying? I see what you did there. You feel me? I'm just saying, bro. I'm saying like this. In the championships that LeBron James has won, he didn't have way more help than what Kobe had. That's all I'm saying. Period. But they won 66 games, bro. So that's all I'm saying. They lost in the Eastern Conference Finals in 6 to the Orlando Magic. Let's look at some of the series stats. In 2009, Kobe Bryant led the playoffs in points scored with 695. Okay. Damn. LeBron James balled out. They lost the series, but he balled out. Game 1, LeBron had 49. Game 2, he had 35. Game 3, he had 41. Game 4, he had 44. Game 5, he had 37. Yeah, so yeah, he balled out. He balled the fuck out. He did that. Yes, that me. Damn, LeBron James averaged 38 points that series. He averaged 38 points, 8 assists, a steal, a block. The numbers say he balled out. You know what I mean? But they lost, so you lost, boy. It don't matter. You know what I mean? And I just remember watching that series, bro. Like, you know what I mean? The numbers look good right now, but I remember, bro, that it was some moments that he didn't show up. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't. I remember watching that shit. Then in the 09-010 season, they won 61 games. They lost in the second round to the Boston Celtics. Okay. On that roster, basically the same, but you know, it was 1 or 2 additions. But Daniel Gibson, Danny Green, J.J. Hickson, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, Cedric Jackson, Darnell Jackson, LeBron James, Anton Jameson, Kobe Carl, Jamario Moon, Shaquille O'Neal, Anthony Parker, Leon Poe, Sebastian Telfair, Anderson Varejao, Delonte West, Jawad Williams, Mo Williams. Man, but I'm just saying, when you winning all these games, Ain't nobody talking about no help. But when you lose, all of a sudden you need more help. I don't like that. I don't like that. Just say we lost. We need to play better. You know what I'm saying? Kobe had straight Hall of Famers too. Nigga, man, oh man, bro. Danny, you must have not been here when I just read off this 2009, 2010 roster. Yeah, let me run back by that. Okay. (2009). So you say Kobe had straight Hall of Famers too. He played with one Hall of Famer in those last two championships. That was Pau Gasol. And so it wasn't no hella. It was Andrew Bynum, Jordan Farmar, Luke Walton, Sasha Vujacic, Lamar Odom, Shannon Brown, Pau Gasol, DJ Mbanga, Adam Morrison, Sun Yu, Kobe Bryant, Josh Powell, Trevor Ariza. So ain't no whole bunch of Hall of Famers right there. You know what I mean? So I don't know what you're talking about. You feel me? Yes, because Bron ran from Cleveland because they wouldn't get him enough help, and that's why he's ring hopping. My belief is this. I believe that if LeBron James never left Cleveland the first time, I believe eventually, if he would have stuck it out, I do believe he eventually would have won a championship. You know what I'm saying? In Cleveland the first time. But it was so much pressure, he couldn't handle the pressure of continuing to lose and not getting over the hump. So he said, fuck that. I'm finna go team up with D Wade. Fuck that. You feel me? Dwight and the Magic stopped everyone outside of Bron and just let Bron get his. There you go. There you go. That's what happened. You're right about that. 2010, Kobe and Powell, Ron Artest. Yeah, bro. Andrew Bynum is not a Hall of Famer. Like, stop this, bro. Andrew Bynum had like 2 good years, bro. Stop this. Now, I'm not trying to for because they had a little Twin Towers going on in that era with Pau Gasol and Andrew Bynum. I give you that. But you got to look at it in totality now, bro. Like, what happened with Andrew Bynum once he left the Lakers and went over to Cleveland? They said this nigga started fucking the nigga, fucking somebody's wife in the motherfucking front office and shit. The head coach wife or something. This nigga started getting half his hair braided. You know what I'm saying? And let the other half be a fro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, Andrew Bynum, bro, was good while he was with the Lakers and with Kobe because that's what Kobe required, nigga. You got to, you know what I'm saying, perform over here. You know what I'm saying? So Kobe got it out of him. That's the reason why when he went somewhere else, he wasn't the same. You feel me? But this Andrew Bynum shit, come on, man. Like, Andrew Bynum is not a Hall of Famer, bro. Like, he's a marginal NBA player. You know what I'm saying? He had like 2, maybe 3 solid years, bro. Did he even make a fucking all-star team in his career? Let's see. Andrew Bynum. His last year was 2014. So during those championship years, in 09 and 02, or I'll count 08 too. They didn't win it that year, but they went to the finals. So 08, 09, 010. So in 2008, Andrew Bynum averaged 13 points, 10 rebounds. 2009, when they won it, he averaged 14 points, 8 rebounds. 2010, when they went back to back, he averaged 15 points, 8 rebounds. Then that next year, 2011, he averaged 11 points. Then in 2012, he jumped up to 18 points a game. Okay. Then he went to Cleveland. And from there, it was all bad. I'm saying, bro, he had a few solid years, bro. But that's like he's not like a Hall of Famer or nothing, bro. So that's just, you know what I'm saying? For one, okay, you say, wait, can we mention the fact that when they got Kobe help, Kobe couldn't get along with his help. Kobe ran Dwight out of LA right after Dwight was an all NBA player. For one, Kobe wasn't asking for help, bro. You know what I'm saying? The team was doing that because this the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? They always, you know what I'm saying, like to have. So when they went, so he didn't pressure them to go do all that. They did all of that because they were just trying to, you got to understand, in 09, 010, they won championships. So then you got 11 when the Mavericks won it. They got bounced out in the second round by the Mavericks. Then 012. So you got to think 11, 12, 13, they're still feeling like we're still a championship contending team. You know what I'm saying? So they doing all of these, making all these moves to try to maximize Kobe Bryant's, final years. And then at the end of 2013, that's when he had that Achilles injury. Okay. Because he was trying to, that was the year when they had Dwight and Steve Nash and Pau Gasol and him. And at the end of the year, they was barely going to make the playoffs. And then he went on a run at the end of that year, bro, for like a 5, 6, 7 game stretch where he absolutely turned the clock back. And and Mike D'Antoni was the head coach, and he absolutely looked like the Kobe Bryant of old. And he went too hard, you know what I'm saying? And his Achilles went out. And that was the real beginning of the end. Once he had the Achilles injury at the end of 2013, his career was never the same after that. He played another 3 years, but his career was never the same after that. So to me, the whole thing about like you saying that like he asked for them to go get this person and get that person, and then when they got here, he didn't treat them right or whatever the fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this is Kobe Bryant, bro. Like when you come over here, you got to get on my program, brother. Period, point blank. Dwight Howard, if you don't get on the program, hey, they was probably done winning championships anyway, though, bro. It wasn't going. That was an old Steve Nash. That didn't work with Steve Nash and with Dwight Howard because it just wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to work. That's all it was. It just wasn't meant to work, bro. You know what I'm saying? But to me, Kobe's championships are much more respectable than LeBron's. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. You feel me? Nigga said Jamario Moon could fly. Yes, sir. My dad was born in Boston. He's been watching all Boston sports since I was little. So I actually, so I automatically was around it. Okay, bro. I used to love watching him jump out the gym. Facts. Kobe chased his help. Kobe chased his help away, bro. Y'all got to understand. By this point, Kobe Bryant already got 5 rings, bro. Like he already got 5 championship rings. So you got to get on his program, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get on your program. You got to get on my program. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but you know, y'all can look at it like that. Like he chased his help away and all that. Kobe Bryant that's Kobe Bryant, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to get on his program. You feel me? And if we talking about Dwight Howard, that's just one player, bro. That's just one player. Him and Kobe didn't see eye to eye for the most part. They didn't get along. It happens. It happens. But what happened when Dwight Howard went to Houston? They didn't do shit over there. They didn't do shit. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, where did he go? After Houston, he went to fucking, I think, where did he go after that? Dwight Howard. Yeah, I was gonna say that too. The Hawks. Yep. After Houston, he went to the Hawks. Once he left Houston, that was it for like the Dwight Howard of old. After that, he was just a journeyman. He went to the Hawks, then he went to the Hornets, then he went to the Wizards, then he went to the Lakers. They won that bubble championship, that Mickey Mouse shit in 2020. Then he went to the Sixers, and then back to the Lakers in 22. You know what I'm saying? But that's just one player, bro. You know what I'm saying? They didn't see eye to eye. It's all good. Paul Gasol was great. Lamar was good. Bynum was good. Ariza was good. Are they Hall of Famers? You got one Hall of Famer right there. I can say Ray Allen. I can say Dwayne Wade. I can say Chris Bosh. I can say Kevin Love. I can say Kyrie Irving. I can say Russell Westbrook. I can say Carmelo Anthony. I can say Anthony Davis. I can say Luka Doncic. These are all Hall of Famers, bro. All of them. You know what I'm saying? That's 9 right there. It's probably 1 or 2 that I'm forgetting about. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I know it's probably 1 or 2 that I'm forgetting about. Oh, maybe he's a Hall of Famer, maybe not. But Rajon Rondo, okay? Play with Rajon Rondo too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, nah, man. Like LeBron James is just, come on, man. This man this man want all the good players on his team. That nigga don't want no competition. John Parv said, what's your opinion on what Gilbert said about Vince Carter had the ability to be top 5 to 10, but was just lazy when given all the tools? Gilbert Arenas got some fucking nerve to talk about somebody being lazy. Okay? That's my opinion on that. That's my opinion on Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas, you got some fucking nerve to be talking about somebody that didn't fulfill their potential and could have been better than what they was. That's you, nigga. You feel me? That's you. You know what I'm saying? You should have been better than what you was. You know what I'm saying? But you was too busy playing. So that's my opinion on that. But Vince Carter, I don't know nothing, but I can't speak on his laziness, so I ain't never, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But at least he is a Hall of Famer. And yeah. So, but I don't know. But that's my opinion. Gilbert Arenas, you got a whole bunch of nerve. He got injury riddled. That's not his fault. Gil is right about Vince. I always said that too. Without injuries, Bynum was amazing. Andrew, I agree myself. Andrew would have been great if he would have never gotten injured. Yeah, that nigga had them bad knees, them degenerative knees. Bynum wasn't the same because he shattered his knees. Yep. He had multiple All-Stars. Okay. I'm happy to be because listen, bro. I'm happy to be proved wrong. I'm not saying I know it all at all. I'm just saying, but when it comes to Kobe Bryant and LeBron James, it's not opinionated. LeBron James has played with more bona fide Hall of Famers than Kobe Bryant. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. I just named 9 of them. You know what I'm saying? So Kobe Bryant ain't played with no fucking 9 Hall of Famers in his career. Now, I forget about the Karl Malone, Gary Payton year. That was only 1 year. I forget about that year. Okay. And they're both Hall of Famers. You know what I'm saying? They didn't win it that year though. But I'm saying the years when Kobe Bryant won his 5 championships, there was not more than one Hall of Famer on the team. Okay? And if it was, so like I want to say the three-peat was Shaq. Okay, so you had just Shaq as a Hall of Famer, and then who was maybe at the end of the ropes? I think they had Glenn Rice, but Glenn Rice ain't a Hall of Famer. That's really it. Okay. Then Gary Payton and Karl Malone came over there, so that's 2 more Hall of Famers, but they didn't win it that year. And then Pau Gasol. It was like one Hall of Famer, one other Hall of Famer on each team. On every one of LeBron James championship teams, it's at minimum 3 Hall of Famers. At minimum. That's all I'm saying, bro. That cannot be denied. LeBron James has had more help. He said he made multiple All-Stars, buddy. Let me see. Andrew Bynum. No, he made 1 All-Star. He was an All-Star in 2012 when he averaged 18 points. That's it. The championship years, he was not an All-Star. I'm looking at it right here. NBA career highlights and awards. Andrew Bynum, NBA All-Star, 2012. That's it. He was not a multiple All-Star. He made the All-Star team 1 time. A lot of players can make the All-Star team 1 time. It's still something to be said for making an All-Star team, but one of my favorite players growing up was B.J. Armstrong. If anybody know who that is and remember B.J. Armstrong. He made an All-Star team. The year that Jordan retired in 1994, he made the All-Star team. That 1 year. B.J. Armstrong is nowhere near a Hall of Fame player, bro. You know what I'm saying? But he did make an All-Star team. So, you know what I'm saying? You can make an All-Star team. You can have 1 solid year. You know what I'm saying? And his one, and he had more, Andrew Bynum had more than 1 solid year, but in his 1 breakout year, when he, you know what I mean, scored, and when he averaged 18 points, that's the year that he made the All-Star team. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, bro, it's not debatable who had more help, Kobe or LeBron. He said B.J. Armstrong. Yeah, bro. B.J. Armstrong was one of my favorite players, bro. They said I was the B.J. Armstrong of my team. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of it. I had the same number. I was a role player on my team, Phil. You know what I'm saying? And I was happy to play my role. B.J. Armstrong, man. Off the top. Shannon Brown had bunnies. Shannon Brown had Boeings, though. You feel me? Thoughts on Cedric Sabonis? What the fuck is that? He said Kobe had 5 to 6. If Kobe had 5 to 6 Hall of Famers, LeBron had 15 to 20. All right. I got the Warriors over the Rockets in 6. I got Boston over Orlando in 5. I got Cleveland over Miami sweep. And I got who else? And I got OKC over the Grizzlies in 6. You feel me? So, Cedric Ceballos. Yeah, Cedric Ceballos. Cedric Ceballos for the Phoenix Suns. That's what I remember from the Phoenix Suns. And he won that dunk contest. He was blindfolded in the 90s. But hey, look, y'all, you think Kyrie is top 75? This is what I think about the top 75. It's two players from the top 75 that I would swap. Okay. For me, Damian Lillard would not be on the top 75. He hasn't done enough. So what I would do is I would take Damian Lillard out and put Klay Thompson in. Klay Thompson deserves to be top 75 because of his contributions towards 4 championships. You know what I'm saying? And then the other is I probably would swap Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard. Go look at their career stats. Dwight Howard was a dog with Orlando. He's a back-to-back-to-back defensive champion, defensive player of the year. He finished top 5 in MVP voting over there like 2 or 3 times with Orlando. He got the Orlando Magic to the NBA Finals as the number 1 lead on the team and beat LeBron James to get to the finals and only lost to Kobe Bryant. Anthony Davis, when he was the lead of a team, the farthest he ever went was the second round. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say about the top 75. I would take out Damian Lillard and put Klay Thompson, and I would take out Anthony Davis and put Dwight Howard. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. Celtics going back to back. I wouldn't be shocked. But look, hey y'all, I gotta end this live, bro. My fault. I just gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta get up. I'm finna have to get like 2-3 hours of sleep, bro. I'm gonna come back live tomorrow night after the Warriors game. You feel me? I think the Warriors is the last game tomorrow. So after the Warriors Rockets, I'm going live again. We could do it again. You know what I'm saying? Everybody come back. You feel me? Let's recap the games from tomorrow and whatever else. You know what I'm saying? But my bad, bro. I fuck with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with all y'all. Danny May, Tresto, Kevin Melton, Jay, where my guy at right here? Andrew Nimhard for sure. My guy The Dream from earlier. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that tapped in on this live, right on. Shout out to all y'all. You know what I'm saying? It was a dope live. You feel me? I gotta end this live though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been on this bitch for a minute. And it ain't Reggie. It ain't Reggie. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna sleep on the Rockets. I don't watch the Warriors win 4 championships, bro. I just feel like they on a mission this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm not guaranteeing that the Warriors is gonna win a championship, but I'm pretty convinced that they gonna beat the Rockets. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, I will happily come here and say I was wrong. The Warriors got that ass spanked. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad. I wouldn't be mad too. I ain't got nothing against the Rockets. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't, like, you know how a team beat your team, like I ain't rooting for that team. I want another team. I would still root for them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing against the Rockets. They're a solid young team. But I just think we gonna give them a little something that they ain't never got before. You understand me? His name is Wardell Stephen motherfucking Curry. They gonna get a whole bunch of motherfucking dose of that shit right there. You know what I'm saying? And Draymond Green slapping niggas, punching niggas, kneeing niggas in the nuts, choking niggas. You know what I'm saying? All that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We want the smoke. You feel me? But yeah, okay. If anybody can beat Warriors, it's definitely Houston. Okay, we gonna see. We gonna see. I want everybody to keep all that Houston energy in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Not after tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one game. You know what I'm saying? But you feel me? We'll see. Hey, Snax on Sports, man. I'm gonna be back. Everybody that tapped in, right on. I gotta log off though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause I gotta catch up on some motherfucking Z's, fam. You know what I'm talking about? But man, share the live, like, subscribe, tap back in tomorrow. You feel me? After the Warriors game, we going live. It is what it is. Salute to all my people. You understand me? It's NBA playoffs 2025. We turned up. We own for the whole playoffs. We talking shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you feel me? I love all y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gone.